Welcome back to another episode of the High Alpha 2 Show. I'm your host with the most, Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha-Ronomy, here in the Alpha Sphere. Once again, dropping game like we always do, man. Salute, brethren, salute. Y'all bear with me for a minute here, man. I just woke up from a quick power nap, man. I set my alarm at the wrong time, so I'm just coming off a power nap, man. Sitting up here with a cup of coffee, drinking it through a straw in an Alabama cup, man. Salute to the homies, man. JR Meadows, what's good with you, brother? Let me get back up here. Demoris Rayford, Christian Munoz, Red Dog, what up, homie? Stunner Lokes is in the building. What up with you, bro? Rudy Dog is in the building. O Stacks is on deck. D Flemings, what up, homie? Alpha General, the homie, is in the building. Truth be told to you, what up, bro? London 158, what up with you, man? Titus Golden, what up with you, brother? Big Phil is in the building. DeRay Vicious is on deck with us. Wolf and Alpha Attire, what's good with you, brother? So, man, hold up. Let me grab something right quick, man. Yeah. So I want to get this to y'all raw, man. This was inspired, man, by a question, man, from one of my alpha brethren, man, who rock with me on Patreon, man. He texted me today, man, and he asked me a question, man. It's a very interesting one, man. So I want y'all to check out what he texted me, man. He said, yo, what's good, BOA? I had a question that just popped in my head today. I was at the grocery store with my little sis, and we walked past some flowers, and she asked me when I was going to get one of my ladies some flowers, and I said I probably won't ever because they don't appreciate them. The lady who worked there overheard the conversation and chimed in and said, as the man, I'm supposed to be able to teach them how to appreciate it. So my question is, can you truly teach someone how to appreciate something, or is it internally up to them to come to appreciation on their own? Because in my mind, it's like telling someone to appreciate a plant they grew. I mean, you can teach them how to nurture and maintain that plant, but I don't believe you can truly teach them how to appreciate it because the appreciation comes from within. Or am I missing something? You know, that's a hell of a thing, man. And although I answered this question in the text when he sent it to me, man, I said, you know what? This needs to be looked at on a deeper level. Big Phil, what's good, man? Jay Stu is in the building. Almighty M, what up? Mr. Stay Focused, what's good with you, homie? Marlon 244, what up, homie? I said this, man. I said, you know what? And the plant analogy was a great one. Because, see, there are things that we think women appreciate, but they really don't. And there's a lot of those things. And men do them all the time because we believe that a woman is going to appreciate these things. But think about it. All men do these same things. Perfect example is Valentine's Day. Do men really believe that women appreciate the shit they get on Valentine's Day? Maybe a strange woman who wasn't expecting nothing from you, a woman you don't deal with, she may appreciate it coming from someone new, but she don't appreciate it, the actual Valentine's Day gift or whatever it is. She appreciates the notion that someone is interested in her that she don't know about. She appreciates the notion that someone will put themselves out there on Front Street to let her know that she's special to them, even though they don't know her. But the gift itself, she don't appreciate it. You get her those candies, man. Let me tell you something. She'll probably share them with the girls at the office. Let them eat all of them up. You see what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question. And I asked the woman this. And you know what? She couldn't do nothing but agree with it. I said, tell me this, Shawty. How many times have you ever tried to replant the flowers that a man gave you as a gift? She said, never. I said, have you ever seen any woman you know replant the flowers that a man gave her as a gift? I'm talking about expensive ass yellow roses, 2 dozen of them. Have you ever seen a woman even try or even research if they can be replanted? She said, no, she never known it. Because see, let me tell you something, and we're going to start off with the plant analogy that the homie used. Women don't care about your flowers. They don't care about flowers unless they plant them shits and raise them up and cultivate them from a seed. If they plant it, if they go buy a pot and buy some potting soil and put it in that pot and put that plant in there and water it, she cares more. She appreciates that one little sprout that comes up out of that ground. The first time she sees green come up out of that soil, she appreciates that more than any amount of flowers you can ever give her. Because let me tell you a secret that you didn't know. Women care about what they work for. If she don't work for it, she don't appreciate it. That's the reality of it. Listen, you can put a woman through school. You can put her through nursing school. I've seen this done before. You can put her through nursing school and she won't appreciate that. She'll appreciate the first check she get from being a nurse more than she'll appreciate the thousands of dollars you spent to put her ass through nursing school. And this ain't something I'm making up. Hey, I had a partner who had a partner. The other dude, we were cool, but they were my partner, right? And he was, hey man, listen, man, brother was a very successful brother, very successful. You know what I'm saying? And he had a little chick, man. She was bad. I ain't gonna take that from him. She was bad. Put her through nursing school. Put her in some fly. You know what I'm saying? Grabbed a brand new Yukon, put some 24s on it, man, and he was driving the old Navigator. Put her in that, man. Put her through nursing school. Within 5 months, maybe even 4 months of finishing nursing school, man, she had filed divorce from that fool and moved on with her life, man. I already had another man waiting on her already. I'm talking about just transition directly into her new life. Never gave that man any inkling of appreciation. She didn't cook, she didn't clean, she didn't work, she just went to school. See, let me tell you something about this. The only thing that they can literally care about is something they work for. Nothing else. If she doesn't earn it with her work or her contribution or her dedication or something else along those lines, she don't give a damn about it. Ain't no appreciation gonna come from her about it. And it ain't a bad thing. This is just these are the parts of female nature that these brothers don't know about. They don't talk about these parts of female nature. You know why they don't talk about these parts of female nature? Because all they worry about is the kind that's gonna get them some sex. They ain't worried about the intricate mind of the female. They ain't worried about understanding why she does what she does and how she does it in every facet of life. It's kind of like this whole hypergamy thing. You think hypergamy just goes one way? You think the only time a woman gonna leave a man that's got money is to get with a man that got more money? I've seen several situations where a man got plenty of money, taking care of a woman. She ain't got to do nothing but what she want to do, and she still left him for a man who makes less money. I've seen a woman leave a man who had money and not take nothing from him. Just leave and go be with a man who has less money. Now, why is that? If this whole hypergamous thing is that she's going to extract your resources and then she's going to move on to another man with more resources and extract his resources. Hey, man, women are a lot more complicated than just your resources. They're emotional beings after all. We know this. So a woman will leave a rich man that she's having an empty relationship with and go be with a lesser man who's just a hardworking brother out there who makes her feel whatever that thing is she wants to feel. Money can't make a woman feel nothing. It can just buy her shit. See what I'm saying? She doesn't appreciate anything that she doesn't have to work for. She either has to work for it or she has to really, really need it and desire it in her heart. Her emotions have to be attached to it. That's why these brothers out here always complain about her wanting Pookie and Ray Ray. That's why they complain about it. That's what it is about Ray Ray. Although Ray Ray is most times not broke, but that's what it is. Women need to feel more than they need to breathe. They need to feel more than they need to drink water. They'd rather be hungry and feel what they need to feel alive and whole, than to be well fed and be emotionally empty. The bottom line is we have to remember that at the basis of the female energy is emotion, not desire for money, not hypergamy, not none of that. At the basis of the feminine energy is emotion. That's all we talking about here. Shout out to my homie Young Man Hood for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate that. Homie say hit that like button, salute chat, and be away. Hey, no doubt, brother. Appreciate it, homie. Weezy's in the building. Mac and Wayans is in the building. Now, this is the thing. I see someone say a man's job is to teach a woman. But you can't teach a woman basic feeling shit. You can't teach a woman to appreciate something. You ain't gonna never find a man who taught a woman to appreciate something. He may have taught her how to do something, how to understand something, but you ain't gonna find me a man who who had a woman who didn't appreciate motherhood and he taught her to appreciate being a mother. If a woman don't appreciate being a mother, it's gonna show in her motherhood skills. You can't change that. You can't convince a woman to appreciate something she don't appreciate. You simply can't do it. No more than you can appreciate a man that's in and out of penitentiary to appreciate his freedom. If a man gets locked up one time and he comes out and he don't never go back, he appreciates his freedom. But if you got a man that's back in there because he on his third strike and he ain't getting out no more, he didn't appreciate his freedom. He continued to do things that would eventually deprive him of that freedom. And no matter how many interventions, no matter how many people tried to coach him, no matter how many people tried to talk to him, no matter how many elders got in his ear, that man had made up and he just wasn't going to appreciate that thing called freedom. So yes, you can teach a woman, you can train a woman, but you can't teach people how to be human. Some of these things are just human beings. Some people have it, some people don't. If that's the case, don't you think there'll be more appreciative women out here if men could just teach women to be appreciative? Come on, man. I agree. You should teach them and you should lead them. But hey, man, that has limitations, a whole bunch of limitations at that. Morpheus MGTOW, appreciate the $2 super chat. What's going on with you, bro? Stunner Lokes, appreciate the $20 super chat. Homie said thanks, BOA, because when she told me that in the grocery store, it sounded good, but didn't make logical sense to me. Yeah, you know what, bro? It sounds good, and they can make something sound good, but the logic behind it, a man's supposed to teach a woman how to appreciate something. How can you teach someone to appreciate something when they feel entitled to it? You understand what I'm saying? Another thing they don't appreciate, and you hear brothers talking about this all the time, they don't appreciate you giving them pleasure. When you hear cats talking about, hey, man, I need to, you got to make sure that you do it like this and you do it like that. Hey, man, they don't appreciate that. They feel entitled to it. You know what pleasure a woman appreciates? The pleasure she has to work for. See, what y'all got to understand is regardless of what these other cats tell y'all, man, I'm telling y'all from the ism prism. You understand? They don't appreciate you focuses on giving them pleasure because they want to be forced to serve you. They want to be forced to serve you pleasure. They want to be forced to be in a situation where they derive pleasure from giving you pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they want. They want the whole basis, the foundation of the pleasure to be based on them giving you pleasure. They want you to force their hand and put them in that situation. They want to be with a man who forces them to be submissive sexually. And if your ass is focused 100% on pleasing her, you're submitting sexually. Submission means doing the will of someone else. It means doing the bidding of someone else. So if you got two people doing something, one of them has a plan and the other has a plan, whichever one succumbs to the other one's plan and follows the other one's direction and instructions to do it the way the other one wants to do is the one submitting. And I'm telling you, as a brother that's been dealing with bad boss chicks, man, for my entire life, women want to be with a man who makes them feel submissive. All this other shit these boys talking is irrelevant and it's coming from the mind of men who still view relationships like the knight in shining armor. I'm telling you what I know. Why you think these boys need so many women? Why you think these boys need so many women? Because they still viewing shit from the knight in the shining armor perspective and they can't break the mindset. So you got to have 20 women if every time you spend time with a woman, you start getting emotionally attached to her. You got to have another option. And then if that's how you feel, then you always got to have a woman around you to do everything. You can't go to the movie without a woman. You can't go out of town without a woman. You can't go to the grocery store without a woman. You can't go to the comedy show without a woman. You can't go to a concert without a woman. You can't go nowhere without a woman. You can't even go to the basketball game. You'd rather have a woman with you at the basketball game that don't even like basketball. We cut from a different cloth over here, man. We are the upper echelon of manhood in the alpha sphere. The way we view things over here ain't nothing like they view things. So you know what all they can do when they hear us talk about how we do things? Get on a soapbox and complain about it. Get on a soapbox and say, well, show me. Get on a soapbox and say, well, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I don't know what Mr. BOA, Dr. BOA. He's not even a doctor. I'm not going to call him Dr. BOA. I'm going to call him Mr. B. Matter of fact, he's not even a Mr. to me. I'm just going to call him that guy. That's what the beta male simp Mangina's over there talking about. You understand what I'm saying? She wants to be forced to serve. That's why you can be doing all of that. I'm going to please you. I'm going to please. I'm going to please. I'm going to please you. And you know what she does? She comes over and gives another man oral pleasure while she's pleasuring herself at the same time. Because that's what she wants to be doing. She wants to be looking up into a man's eyes who's looking at her like he owns her while she's doing her best to bring him to the greatest point of ecstasy he's ever felt in his life. She doesn't want to be looking down at you like she's looking at a servant while you're down there trying to give her the best pleasure she's ever felt in her life. She'll take that. Let me tell you something. No woman is going to turn down a good, positive, financially secure life with a beta male simp Mangina. They're not going to turn it down. There are very few women outside of feminists who are going to turn that down. But that ain't what she want. It's just too good to pass up. See what I'm saying? It's just too good to pass up. Another thing, man, that these boys talk about, dating. Man, women don't appreciate you whining and dining them on no date. That's what you got to do to get in the door. That's what they require of you. Nobody appreciates something they require of you. It's kind of like at a club, these boys be buying these women all these drinks. Man, a woman don't appreciate, man, listen, bro, I done heard chicks say that they go into the club so these niggas can buy them some drinks. I done heard a chick say she already knew the nigga that was gonna come in there and buy her some drinks because he the one to buy her drinks every time she in there on Saturday. Listen, bro, they go to the club with the intent of not even having to spend money on drinks. They'll take a couple of shots before they go and then get in there and know that these dudes gonna buy their drinks. I haven't, man, listen, bro, I haven't been in a club many times. I haven't been in a club as a patron, as just like a patron, just chilling in there all night. I've never been in a club as a patron chilling in there all night like that. I always, whenever I've been to a club, man, I had a show to do, or I had some girls in the club doing their thing. But I've never been just a patron at a club, just hanging out in a club. It ain't my scene. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't my scene. Not for that. You know what I'm saying? Too much money to be made in there for me to just be hanging in there paying my money. So, but that's just my outlook on it. But man, listen, let me tell you something. I've been in there, man, just chilling, laying in the background, just see how things gonna shake out. Cause if you got something going on in the spot, you want to see how things gonna shake out, especially when you first starting in there. You don't really know the scene. Cause you get somewhere and they be like, oh man, this spot be jumping. And you get in there, you realize that their idea of jumping ain't your idea of jumping. You know what I'm saying? So, but to make a long story short, man, listen, bro. I have seen dudes walk up in a club with a table full of women, about 8 women at a table together. He just walk in, don't know these women from nowhere. He just walk in, say, hey, ladies, how y'all doing? What y'all drinking? Call the bottle girl over there, ask them what they drinking, and tell her to go bring them 2 bottles on him. And then he just go off. He don't even have no intention on kicking it with them. He don't want to be around them. From what I saw, I ain't stay much longer, but that may have been his play. But the thing is, that's his play. Women know that. Man, woman don't appreciate. Listen, look at the story I told earlier today. That man took that woman to PF Chang, man, and she ain't appreciate that. She got mad because the man wouldn't buy more food for her to take home, homie, to somebody else's children. You think she appreciate you whining? Let me tell you something. There's another one I saw, man, and I never did let y'all know about this one, but I started to make a video about it. I just didn't. This chick was at, I think she must have been at Logan's, and Logan's is just like really like a family little restaurant, man. It ain't the most expensive place, man. As a matter of fact, it's fairly inexpensive, but it's not McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. So she was in there, man. The whole time they were in there, bro, she was doing like a Facebook post. And she was saying, this nigga playing big ball or blah, 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 and all this, and got me at Logan's. This would be his last date. You think that man knew that while he was in there? Because she probably was in there skinning and grinning and cheesing all in his face like it was the best thing. But she ain't appreciate it. Women don't appreciate whining and dining. Let me tell you the women who appreciate whining and dining. The women who are in your life who've earned something from you, who've proven themselves valuable. You see, when I say these things, man, and I tell y'all about this ism, I ain't telling y'all, man, just to be out here putting on no show. See, you got some boys out here talking this ism and they just putting on the show. Let me tell you something. I tell you, men, how to apply the principles of the ism to your everyday life. You got some boys out here just putting on the show, telling you about the life. Most of y'all don't know nothing about the life. Y'all don't, that shit is entertainment to y'all, man. A man that's telling you how he living in the life, and I'm talking about out there in the life, that you can't, those aren't actionable steps that you can apply to your own life. I break it down to y'all and tell y'all how to put the ism in your own life, dealing with these square women out here, dealing with these regular, everyday 9 to 5 women out here. You understand what I'm saying? And this is one of those principles, man. You wine and dine women who earn whining and dining because she doesn't appreciate anything she doesn't earn. So if you see me out whining and dining a chick, oh, you better believe, boy, that I got the receipts from her. See, that's who you make show receipts. You make women show receipts. These boys always talking about show your receipts because they ain't got no women around them that show them no receipts. And giving you some sex when she already wanted, you just the lucky culprit of that day, homie. You make women show receipts. They ain't got no type of power with women, so they always trying to deflect that to men. But I guarantee you, she got receipts. I got her receipts of what she contributed to my life on a daily basis, on a regular basis. Well, whatever she's contributing to my life is her #1 goal every day she wake up. Yes, I'm going to take that woman out of wine and dine her. And you know what it's going to look like to everybody else? It's going to look like I done caught a bad chick and we out on a date and she all over me. And you know what that's going to be? That's gonna make other chicks that see that be like, damn, that must be a hell of a nigga right there, cause she all over him and look like they just out on a date. But they don't know the story. Because you know what? They ain't met a man who think like me. Because you know what? They ain't never met me, and they ain't never met now one of y'all either. They meeting beta male simp manginas. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When they boy be talking that foolishness, boy, it make my game so much easier. All a woman got to do is show me attraction confirmation, brother, and I'm on her. I don't lose. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't lose. So, man, I just say these things, man, because I want brothers to understand that when you see what you think you know about pimps or what you might know about them or what you've seen or what you've heard or what you've read, man, some of those principles can apply to your life. And you ain't even got to be taking no penitentiary chance with a woman out there, man. You ain't got to be living off the earnings of prostitutes. You ain't got to be doing that. You ain't got to take that penitentiary chain. You come into the square world, man, and apply these principles right here. And this should have changed your life, man, and your fortunes with women. I let these cats who ain't on my level tell you how to get women. And I'm gonna tell you how to maintain them and own them when you get them. So you go listen to everybody else that tell you how to get them, because they can tell you how to get them. I can tell you how to dominate them. I can tell you how to maintain them. See, the only receipts for that shit is men saying, man, Dr. BOA told me this, man, and I've been dominating ever since. Man, Dr. BOA put me up on this game, man, and I've been controlling my women ever since. Man, Dr. BOA put me up on this game, man, and my women been bowing down ever since. You understand? Receipts are about results, and I'm talking about efficient, effective results that actually alter your life. Now let's get back into this thing, man. Another thing, and this is the big one right here, boy. Man, boy, let me tell you something. If I hear one more beta male simp man John out here talking about, well, Dr. BOA, you got to validate the woman. The woman isn't going to like you if she doesn't validate her. There's somebody else out there who will validate her. And he'll probably take her if he validates her and you don't, Dr. BOA. I don't know if I'm going to listen to you anymore. Don't listen to Dr. BOA. You got to be careful who you listen to, because if you don't validate your woman, then I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose her to a guy who will. Let me tell you something, young sucker. An old sucker too, because I'd heard an old sucker say that. Man, you're a fool if you think women appreciate validation. Women require validation of beta males. If you're a beta male simp mangina, you got to validate the woman, or she ain't going to give you the time of day. Now let that sink in, sucker. Every time you thinking you validating that woman and it's working, no, it's working. It's working to keep you in the game, because she about to fire you, homie, if you don't validate her. Let me tell you something. And I had a joker jump in the comments, man. Well, you validate a woman whether you cold approach her, she chooses on you. You're still cold. Exactly. If I'm already if you validating her with your presence, even if she shows attraction confirmation, why in the hell would you double up on the validation? I'm not doubling up on no validation, homie. Man, women do not appreciate validation, homie. They don't appreciate it. They think they deserve it. Man, listen, I just seen a brother tell a woman, man, how beautiful she was, man. She looked at him and said, I know. Tell me something I don't know. I seen another brother tell a woman, damn, Shawty, you fine as hell. She said, and? I done seen a brother go up to a woman and say, damn, Shawty, you know what I'm saying, girl, I do this or that to you, blah, blah, blah. She asked him, what you gonna pay? I heard another chick say, answer the same thing in a similar way. She said, that's gonna cost you. Women look at your validation for what it is. You're a beta male simp mangina who can't hold back on letting a woman know your attraction. And then the only reward you get from that is some sex. Boy, that ain't no reward. She was gonna get that sex to somebody anyway. Nigga, you feel like a lucky horse runner. You're a greyhound. You just the one that happened to want the rabbit more than the rest of them. Boy, you chasing the rabbit like a greyhound. You just happen to cross the line for somebody. I'm not in the race, homie. It's my racetrack. You dig? And that's the reality of it, man. I don't run the race with these boys out here. When I'm out here running the race, I'm running the race for a real prize. I ain't running a race for no sex. That ain't no prize, fool. Any man that tells you sex is a prize is a beta male simp mangina, man. And I know if you're a young man, that it's hard for you to grasp this concept. So live your young man life for a while, brother, but you can't spend the rest of your days. If you 20, 21, 22 right now, man, you can't be 30, 31, 32 still out here chasing the same race, because you know what? You find out that it ain't a prize. Before long, you realize it ain't a prize. Why I'm going to get in the race with 7 other greyhounds and chase that rabbit when I own all the rabbits that we got in the back, because it's my racetrack? I don't want to run the race. You understand? I want to win the money from all the bets that's being made and the money that's being lost. See, man, you got to understand this, brothers, and I'm going to be honest with you. The real mindset of the ism, the prism of the ism, the pimping, it is light years ahead of where the average man is. Listen, bro, there's 2 kind of mindsets. There's the mindset of a pimp, the mindset of a simp. That's it. That's the bottom line. The mindset of a man who puts women to work for him, the mindset of a man who goes to work for women. The mindset of a man who chases women, the mindset of a man who's chased by them. The mindset of a man who gives women his attraction confirmation, the mindset of a man who gets attraction confirmations from women. It's cool if these dudes out here ain't like that, because I'm going to be honest with you. They all say the same thing. If you listen to any of these dudes, they all say one thing. They all got one thing in common. They really don't like Dr. BOA too much. And the second thing is this. They all agree that there are few men, very few men, who can view this shit from the perspective I view it from. I hear them all say this. I hear them say it. So yes, it's going to sound weird when I say it, because ain't many other folks can talk about living this way. 1 out of 1,000 men can talk about living this way. Can talk about having the wherewithal to put himself on a pedestal so high that no matter how high he puts a woman, she can't even see his feet. Come on, brothers. We talking reality around here, man. That's all we doing. Another thing is this, man. You think women appreciate monogamy? Man, it's almost 2020. You mean to tell me, man, that there's cats out here that still think women appreciate monogamy? Listen, I can't even think of a reason. I can't even make nothing funny about that. I can't even think of what the beta male simp mangina might say about that. It's so far-fetched. She appreciates monogamy? No, she finds comfort in your monogamy. She knows that while she's out there doing her dirt, she ain't got to worry about you doing none, because you are actually attempting monogamy with someone who's not reciprocating monogamy to you. And I know some beta male simp mangina gonna come in here and say, well, Dr. BOA, I had a woman for this long, and I had a woman for that long, and this is what happened. And I don't care what you say, Dr. BOA. It makes no sense to me. My woman is not going to do anything. Okay, beta male simp mangina, you go ahead and believe that. But don't come in here crying to us when you find out that this is a different way. You understand? Because I don't want to hear your tears. I don't want to hear none of that coming from you. You said you know what you got, homie. And if you know what you got, homie, fine, have that. I ain't got a problem with it, homie. I ain't going to try to turn you from who you are and what you believe. You're a grown man. If you think she's amazing and you ain't got to worry about her, fine, don't worry about her. I say, man, you're a lucky man. You found the one. You got that boy, you got that Nawalt. Look at that boy that found him a Nawalt, man. That boy's blessed by the Most High. He done found him a Nawalt. I didn't think she was out there. Boy, you done proved me wrong. I can be proven wrong too, man. And that boy done proved me wrong. My bad, man. My bad. I was wrong, brothers. I was wrong. I was wrong, homies. Hold up, man. Listen, y'all give me a second. Let me find this comment. Walt Robinson, what's up, homie? Amp Lounge, appreciate the $4 super chat. Homie said, don't let the stain hole ruin your bankroll. Ah, no doubt, brother. No doubt. Couldn't have said it better. Mr. Band Clap, appreciate the $2 super chat, man. If you haven't subscribed to Band Clap channel, man, go ahead on and subscribe to Mr. Band Clap channel, man. You got a great channel over there as well, man. Homie said, peace be away. Glad I could catch the ism. Salute, no doubt, brother. Appreciate you being in the joint. I think that's everybody, man. All right, yo, give me a second, man. Let me go find this comment that this dude dropped, man. I gotta find this for y'all, man. This is just it's too good, man, not to listen to, man. Yeah, y'all gotta listen to this, man. This is oh man, y'all give me a second. Let me go find this comment. This was a great comment, man. This made my day. When I heard this, man, this made my day. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Yo, this comment is. Whew. I just want y'all to hear the dysfunction of all right, now here we go. Now listen to this. I ain't gonna call the dude name in there, man. I'm actually gonna delete the comment after I read it right now, man, because I don't want y'all to go harass the dude and then like that. But this was on my video for why she expects your best when she has nothing to offer. Here's what he says. I would have to agree with I would have to agree with that statement of not completely giving yourself to a woman. I have a good woman. Now listen to his definition of a good woman. I have a good woman in my life. She's not no Katy Perry by any means, but she's a great companion. Yes, she has flaws of her own, like not doing house duties. Think about this. This is his good woman. Yes, she has flaws of her own, like not doing house duties, but she's an educated female that's in an $80,000 position. Okay. We never did really have a great intimacy together since she was a little bit overweight and was always fearful of me cheating on her and would watch shows like Cheaters. She's great with money and has very conservative values and likes enjoying our time together, vacationing, dining out, and taking road trips. Over the year, I've grown to love and appreciate her more and rarely ever have intercourse since she has a low sex drive that I have learned to live with. I look back on my life. I realize I could have easily ended up with a gold digger that took me to the cleaners. So the point I'm trying to make is you can fully love a woman. It just has to be the right one. And you have to understand you will have to make compromises to achieve it. My response was this: what you describe isn't nearly worth those compromises for most men. Also, to think you would knowingly fall for a gold digger is like saying you'll walk into traffic although you see big rigs barreling towards you. Now, y'all think about what I just said to you. Think about it. Let's talk about the compromises that have been made here. Whatever he's bringing to the table, the woman doesn't even appreciate it enough to do house duties. This is the same situation the home I was telling you was in when he put the nursing chick through school. He was having to hire a maid to come clean up his house 3 times a week when he had a woman that didn't work. She's a good woman. She's not no Katy Perry, so obviously Katy Perry is attractive to him. So he's saying that she's not Katy Perry, which means she's not even very attractive in his mind. She's an educated female with an 80K position. I'm gonna be honest with you, brothers. 80K ain't even enough money to be talking about that a chick has value. 80K, if she's in an 80K position, 80K turns into 60 after Uncle Sam get through chopping it. Really, 80K really turns to 80K really turns to 50 when Uncle Sam get through chopping it. 80K turns to 50. So for 50K a year, he's got a woman that he don't have sex with. He ain't attracted to her because she was a little bit overweight and she was fearful of him cheat. He's accepted the fact that she don't clean, she don't cook, she don't have sex. Like all of the things, these are things that you will want. Oh, that happen when a woman's around. He's given up those things. He says she's great with money and has very conservative values and likes enjoying our time together, vacationing, dining out, and taking road trips. See what I'm saying? He's doing things for her that she hadn't even earned. let me start cleaning up the house a little bit. Let me try to put myself in a position where my self-esteem is high enough where, I can, really, be intimate with my man. Nah, man. Any woman that's got a low sex drive, man, it's because of two things. Now, there are some medical issues that can take place, but the majority of the women don't have those medical issues. The two things that a normal woman, that a healthy woman can have that cause her to have low sex drive is low self-esteem and low sexual interest in your ass. See, her sexual interest in him is low, and her sexual interest in herself is low. For a woman to have a high sex drive, she's got to think she's sexy. She's got to at least think she's sexual. She got to see herself in sexual connotations. And what this man just described is a woman who doesn't see that. See what I'm saying? So I say this to you, men. Why in the hell would a man be willing to compromise for that? What part of that represents compromise? Who wants to compromise to that? I damn sure don't. That ain't nothing to compromise to. I mean, that ain't nothing, homie. I'm talking about just to keep it 100 with you. That's absolutely nothing. Hey, man, I feel sorry for that man. He's had to settle into a life. That's his life. He's settled into that, man. That's crazy, homie. Walter Robinson, man, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Walt says, BOA, this chick bought me some food and asked for some of it. I said, if you wanted some, you should have bought you some. Hey, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody else might say, man, that's cold, man. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That is comedy to me, bro. Because that is exactly something that I would say, man. If a chick cook for me, man, she can't eat out my plate. You ain't getting that. Nah, shot, you better. What? Oh, let me taste yours. No, you lost your mind. You better taste yours. Nah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think he was trolling, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Think about this. When you hear something like that, we can't say that man is trolling because we know plenty. I just told you a story about a man who put his woman through school and she divorced him after that. And she ain't never do nothing. So I know a story that's even worse than that in real life. So we can't say that man trolling, bro. That shit happens out here. It happens out here, brothers. It's sad that it does, but it happens, man. Alpha General, appreciate the $2 super chat. Home said you changed my standards for women forever. No doubt, brother. Hey, man, glad I could give you the energy of the Most High, man, to go ahead, man, and make you turn that corner and give yourself the value. Jose Navarro, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Jose says a co-worker received flowers from her man sent to work. The women talk bad about him the whole day because the car had a wrong date. No appreciation. Man, that's crazy. Because the car had the wrong date, they talk bad about it. And I bet she ain't defend him either. I bet she ain't defend him once. I think I saw Manimal in here. I know she ain't defend him once because that ain't what they do. They're not going to defend it. Let me see who else shot me one, man. All right, so let's get back into this thing, man. Yeah, I'm talking about not a millimeter wall, nothing at all. So another thing is this, man. She don't appreciate. I didn't finish touching on the monogamy thing. I jumped off track, man. She don't appreciate monogamy because she wants multiple partners too. She wants more than one man. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know it's man. Boy, here come Beta Male Simp Mangina again. I know it's a Beta Male Simp Mangina gonna come in here and say something like this. Well, Dr. BOA, my woman, she stays at home and she goes to work and then she goes to church and then she see that's where you're wrong at right there, sucker. You ain't understanding the things that take place. Your woman wants a man to provide for her. She wants a man to give her spiritual guidance and leadership. She wants a man to dominate her. If you're not doing those things, you may be just the man who provides for her. Her pastor is her spiritual guide. He's the spiritual guide she needs. And her boss at work is the man who controls her. You got to understand the deep-seated ideology of the female, brother. She needs a man to provide. Even if she got money, she needs a man to provide because in her psychological makeup, that's a man's responsibility to provide. So she needs a man to provide. She needs a man to give her spiritual guidance, and she needs a man to dominate her and tell her what to do and give her consequences and repercussions for not following what he tells her to do. The only man in her life who gives her consequences and repercussions for not following what he tells her to do is her boss. Because if you at home, you probably ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. If you got a woman that's getting up going to work for somebody else every day, man, anyway, brother, you are already losing, just to be honest with you. So I don't care how much she make. If she ain't making it working for herself, her money don't even matter. Her money is the sacrifice that's being paid. It's the payoff that's being paid for somebody else to control her. It's better for your woman to work at a company that's run by a woman. You got a dog in the race at that particular point. You know what I'm saying? You got a dog in the race. It ain't necessary that you're gonna win because she could be one of them Queen Latifah type bras. She could be Cleo from Set It Off, homie. But if you ain't doing all those things, so I tell a man anywhere, if you a man who honors the Most High as an Israelite man, and you got a woman that go to church, man, you're a beta male simp, Mangina. You're a simp. You claim all this power in God, and you let your woman go learn about the spirituality or religion or whatever, whichever one it is. You let her be led, get spiritual guidance from another man. You got the wrong woman, homie. Or either you're the wrong man, one or the other. Ain't no doubt, Shaw. No doubt, man. So, man, these are the, 100 like, bro. Good looking out. These are the things that we have to understand as men, brothers. We are out here. We are living in a world where we believe that the things we do are appreciated when in actuality, they're simply just not appreciated. And like I said, man, it's no big deal. This is not something to tear women down. This is a part of understanding their nature. This is a part of that. You can't say you understand their nature unless you're willing to accept it for all that it is. Not just the part that sound good where you can make yourself feel like a man because you can try to tear women down with that part. Not that part. We're talking about her nature. This is her nature, homie. I ain't making this up, man. Consultation link right here, man. If you need some life changing, man, you need to alter your life, alter your understanding, alter your interaction with women, man, alter your interaction with the world, man, alter your interaction with yourself. The main thing is altering your interaction with yourself, man. If you need to do that, man, book a consultation with the great doctor, man, and we will point you in the right direction, my brother, and we will incorporate the Most High into this thing, man, like we always do. So another thing, oh man, this is the worst thing, man. Pedestalization. You think she wants you really think she appreciates you pedestalizing her with a title? You think a woman appreciates you calling her your girlfriend? You think a woman appreciates you calling her your bae or your boo or your lady or you think she appreciates that? She feels that's why they put the marriage pressure on men. She feels like it's her right to have a title. People do not appreciate things that they feel like they're entitled to, man. I don't know how many times I got to say that. If she feels entitled to it, she doesn't appreciate it. She feels like it's her just dessert. She feels like you are wrong if you don't give her that. How she gonna appreciate something she feel like it's already hers and you just holding on to it? She feel like you got something that belongs to her and you just holding on to it. She feel like you done robbed her of that title. She's not gonna appreciate that. She is simply not gonna appreciate that, man. That's the reality of it. Yeah, man, the consultation, brother. I mean, you can, man, we can go whatever you want to go with in the consultation, brother. Whatever you want to go with in the consultation, man, we can go with anything, man. We can, I mean, the consultation, man, yeah, man. We can cover. Yeah, we can cover 5 topics. We can cover 10. We can cover every issue you got going on, bro. So, that pedestalization, man, I hate to hear it, man. I hate to. Another way you pedestalize a woman when you handcuff her. You think a woman appreciate you handcuffing her? No, it gives her that other thing that she doesn't appreciate: validation. Validation. Let me tell you a quick story, man. That was a story not long ago, man. I might have covered this before, man, but this story not long ago where this brother, man, he tried to talk to this chick, man. She went off on him, man. I mean, went off on him, bro. Call him everything but a child of God. Call him all type. Just call him everything. Every offensive thing that a woman could say to a man, she said to him. He finally got fed up, man, and said, hey, you better get out of my face, shawty. She went and got, she said, okay, I'll be back. Went and got her boyfriend, man. And that boy, he came back and shot that boy, man. Like just right there. Just shot him out there in public. Shot him. Now, both of them in prison. They got her for accessory. They got her for aiding and abetting. You know what I'm saying? And now she in prison doing time like a common criminal because she sent that man around there to come around there and get physical like that. See what I'm saying? She doesn't appreciate it. Let me tell you something about protection. She don't appreciate your protection. You think she does because they always talk about protect and honor and serve and all. Man, she don't appreciate your protection. She uses it as a shield from the consequences and repercussions of her foolishness. All your protection is something to give her double protection from her consequences. You'll step in and take a bullet for her. You'll step in and take a charge for her. When I'm looking at T.I. wife Tiny, taking a charge for him. Say what you want to say about that chick. She wasn't the worst looking chick in the world before she had that stroke, man. And to be honest with you, even after she had a stroke, there's some niggas in the manosphere right now that got worse looking chicks than Tiny right now with the stroke and everything. You understand? And let me tell you something. Let's get past the way women look. Because just because I think your woman is unattractive, you may think she's a beauty queen. That's all that matters. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I don't deal with women based on what I think a nigga gonna think about her. I deal with women based on utility value, based on what she can bring to my life, and long as I'm attracted to her. If I'm attracted to her enough to where I want to knock her socks off regularly, then I don't care what now another nigga think. And when you think about how Tiny look and all that, you a sucker. If all you can talk to a man about is how his woman look, that woman took a charge. That woman got children. And she was bold enough to do what Michael Vick punk ass cousins wouldn't do for him. When the dogs got to fight, them boys were suckers. They wouldn't even take that charge. The man with the money had to go down, and everybody's life changed for the worse. You know what Tiny did? She said, you the primary breadwinner around here, baby. You got to stay out. And she took that for him. She took that, homie. So let's let that sink in for a minute and think about how much value that. That's why every time you see Tip on the award show, he got his old lady right there with him, because no matter what's taking place, and we've heard rumors about them having this open relationship and all that. And I know some beta male simp Mangina gonna say, "Well, BOA, a man is a beta male simp Mangina if he's okay with his woman going out there having sex with other men, isn't he?" I'm glad you keep asking these crazy questions, man. Every time I come on here, Mr. Beta Male Simp Mangina, you got some old lame old question to ask me, and I'm gonna keep busting your head with these alpha answers, homie. Let me tell you something. It don't matter if you accept your woman doing it or not. The chances are is that eventually she's gonna have somebody else at some point. You understand? But unlike Tip, his old lady ain't never got caught. Ain't nobody got no photos. Ain't nobody got no pictures. Everything we hear is just rumors. You hear rumors about everybody. Nigga, you hear rumors about the women you've been in relationships with. You hear rumblings and rumors about them. The bottom line is, if you looking for a woman's faithfulness to be a part of what keeps her on your team, hey man, you're living in a time that doesn't exist, and it probably never existed. You see what I'm saying? What we got to understand is this, man. When it all came crunch time, that woman said, "Don't worry about it. I'll take this charge." She'd be by my side every time I was on TV too. I ain't gonna lie to you. She be right there by my side. And she gets out there and gets her own money. See, that's a woman that appreciates what a man brings to the table. I appreciate what you bring to the table. One of us got to take a charge. I know you already got those gun charges. I'm not letting you go to prison. You going to stay out here. I'm going to go in there. And you know, some beta male, Simp man, Johnny going to say, well, it makes him a less of a man if he lets his woman go out there and take that charge for him. A man is supposed to stand up and go do his time. Mr. Beta man, Simp man, Johnny, you're a fool. A man's supposed to do what he got to do, man, to stay free on these streets to be able to provide for his family. And if his woman has to make that sacrifice, she's to help me, not him. She's supposed to make that sacrifice. Your protection is simply a way for her to be shielded from the consequences and repercussions of her foolishness, of her emotional responses to situations that are the absolute wrong response. And that's the reality of the world we living in, man. Another thing, this is a big one right here, homies. I know I'm about to hear it now. Mr. Beatty must say, man, Johnny got something to say about this one. Marriage. You think a woman appreciates your marriage, man? Riz, what up, homie? You think a woman appreciates your marriage? She don't want to be married. She just want to be bridezilla. She want to be queen for a day. She does appreciate your wedding. I ain't gonna lie to you. She appreciates their wedding. Now, that is one thing she appreciates. I will not take anything from a woman that says she does not appreciate that big fancy wedding with her favorite colors and all the people that love her around and all of her girls around. And she especially loves the bachelorette party. If I could tell you some of the things that I know go on at bachelorette parties, boy, no man would ever let his woman have one. Unless you just want to let her get it out her system one last time. But the marriage, man, they don't appreciate marriage any more than they appreciate getting a wisdom tooth pulled, homie. Again, both wisdom teeth pulled at the same time. They do not appreciate marriage. They appreciate what marriage represents to society. It represents that she is not a single mother. It represents that she is not a Harvey Wallbanger who is hitting the wall without a man to break her fall. That's all you are to the wallbanger. When you're married to the wallbanger, you are just a man who is there to break her fall when she hits the wall, brother. That's all you're doing. But the marriage itself, the concepts of marriage, the precepts of marriage, the requirements of marriage, the responsibilities of marriage. You think a woman appreciates that? Or why in the hell do married men stop getting sex? Why in the hell do married women tend to pick up between 10 and 50 pounds within the first 5 years after they got married, man? Hell, in the South, 10 to 100 pounds. Why does that happen if she's so appreciative? No one appreciates a game when it's over. It's on to the next game. And marriage is the end game of dating. It's the end game of relationships, man. Even to this day, the majority of women still want it, whether they admit it or not. And that's the reality of it. I know once upon a time I told you about the chick who made the Facebook post, man, about how she want to be married, but she don't want to submit. It's gonna have to be, they both gonna have to lead. Somebody about to marry her, man. She about to get married next month. Believe me when I tell you that. Some sucker about to marry her, man. Because these boys don't really care, man. They don't care, bro. It ain't in them to care about nothing like this. Because they think women care about these things and they don't. They don't care about your flowers. They don't care about you focusing on giving them pleasure. They don't care about you whining and dining them. They don't care about your validation. They don't appreciate monogamy. They damn sure don't appreciate marriage. They don't appreciate you pedestalizing them. And guess what else they don't appreciate? Your love. You think a woman appreciates you falling in love? You come on, man. Think about this. You think a woman appreciates you falling in love with her? You really think a woman appreciates your love? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. There is no way you can absolutely you surely can't really believe that she appreciates your love. And you know why she doesn't appreciate your love, brother? Because she'd rather you lust her than love her. Women don't want to be loved, they want to be desired. They want to be desired. She don't want your love. She wants you to walk up behind her, and every time you walk up behind her, you bricked up. She want to feel your wood poking on her back every time you walk up behind her. She want to feel your wood poking in her stomach every time you hug her. She wants you to wake up in the middle of the night, bricked up, and she wake up to her back breaking. She wants to be lusted, homie. She don't give a damn about your love. And I'm telling you the truth, brothers. That ain't what she want, brother. She don't want your love, man. She want to be lusted. That's why the man can give a woman all his love, and she'll go to the man that she lusts and that lusts her, and she'll never be able to leave him alone. She'll break it off, and then she'll pick it back up later on. And then she'll break it off, and then guess what? She'll pick it back up later on. She's always gonna pick it up. She has to work hard to stay away from that man who lusts her, man. Because women want to be lusted more than they want to be loved. And if you put two things together and she values one more than the other, the one she values, it's the one she's going to appreciate, brothers. That's why you can love a woman and get it to a point where y'all don't even have sex no more. Like old boy just said, he said he loved her. He said he grew to love her, but they don't even have a lot of sex. Now let me tell you something. He probably believes that she don't have no sex. No, she just don't want him for sex. She want him for what he provide. He'll accept her as his wife, and she won't even clean up the damn house. He'll accept her as his wife, and she won't even cook. He'll accept her as his wife, and she won't even try to look sexy because her self-esteem low. But I bet that cat who loves her, I bet she go get it up for him. And now this cat done worked himself in the perfect scenario where the woman got the perfect life. She balling. She got a man who take care of her and appreciate her and take her out and wine and dine her and take her on trips and treat her like wifey. And then I guarantee she got another man somewhere else that don't do nothing but break her back. And she ain't even got to take the precautions that a woman has to take when she's sexually active with the man who quote unquote loves her. Because she know that you don't even want to have sex. When a man says, I have accepted that she has a low sex drive, that means you have accepted that she'd rather have sex with someone else than you. And you've accepted that enough to still be in a relationship with her. Why would a woman appreciate a man's love when love has no demands? When a man loves a woman, it means he'll accept her for how she is. I'm telling you, brothers, it's crazy out here, man. I ain't never heard nothing like this, man. I promise you, I ain't never heard nothing like this. And that leads us to the next thing, man. She doesn't appreciate your respect. She doesn't care about you respecting the fact that she has low sex drive. She doesn't appreciate the fact that you accept that she doesn't really want to have sex because she thinks you might cheat on her or whatever other lie she done told you. She doesn't care that you respect that. Well, she's just not really big on sex. Sex isn't everything and all of that. She doesn't appreciate that. You know why? She doesn't want your respect. She wants you to accept her flaws. And that's exactly what you're doing. She wants you to accept her flaws. But unlike the man who puts her in a position she needs to be in with her flaws, she doesn't do any wifely thing, so he won't make her his wife. But I bet she gives him some wonderful, terrific sex that she don't even give you. And he keeps her right in that space. He ain't trying to wife her. He ain't trying to for life her. He ain't trying to put her in no position. He ain't trying to take her on no trips. All he trying to do is rock them thick hips. That's all he trying to do. And that's what a man does when a woman proves herself unworthy of a position. You don't put her in the position anyway, fool. That shit makes no sense to me, man. You can accept a woman's flaws, but her flaws determine her position. Her willingness to fix those flaws determine her ability to be promoted from the position she's in to another position. And that's the reality of it, man. The more is Rayford. I appreciate the $20 super chat. Homie says, salute, my dude. Salute to you as well, my brother. Walter Robertson, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Walt says, this right here is alpha, homies. No doubt, brother. Appreciate that, Walt. So you got to keep these things in mind, man. Women don't value, they don't appreciate none of these things, man. These dudes think they appreciate. They don't appreciate none of it. A woman don't even appreciate the cold approach. A woman don't appreciate you just walking up to her because you like her. A woman appreciates it more when she shows you attraction confirmation and the fact that you don't leave her hanging out there after she put herself on Front Street. If a nice looking woman shows you attraction confirmation, it makes her day for you to accept that attraction confirmation and then come over to her and talk to her. She appreciates that. She's already willing to work because she appreciates you. See, you got to understand, a woman don't appreciate things. She appreciates a certain type of man. She appreciates a no-nonsense type of man. And even if she can't bring herself to develop into the type of woman that will be in that man's life, that warrants a position in that man's life, she'll still appreciate that man in the best way she can. That's why I tell you all the time, every woman you meet ain't for you to freak. You know what I'm saying? Some women you meet are meant to serve you in other capacities other than sex, man. Some women are meant to serve you in other capacities without the complication of sex, without the inclusion of sex. Some women aren't worthy of being on your team in that intimate way, but they have other value to you. And that's why accepting her flaws is no big deal. But you don't accept a woman's flaws that put her out of contention for a certain position and then put her ass in the position anyway. You accept her flaws, let her flaws govern what position she could play in your life, and you keep it moving. You know, the bottom line is this, man. There's a certain way that you deal with women, and then there's the other way that you deal with women that the average man deals with women. See, what you got to understand is this, brothers, especially my young brothers, but every brother in here. We know this to be true. If everybody's doing it, it's not the best thing. There's something better than what everyone is doing. Because if everyone is doing it, it's the easier way. It may not be the easiest way, but it's one of the easier methods. And with the easier methods, you get those low level results. So if everybody's talking about something like it's popular, hey man, you got to look for another solution unless you just want to be the common average joker out here, man. You understand? We should be ashamed at how many cats don't talk about nothing but get women, get women, get women, get women, get women. And even more ashamed than that, we should be ashamed of the fact that the majority of men want to hear, that's all they want to hear. Them boys live for women. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know some beta male, some Mangina's gonna come in here and say, well, Dr. BOA, maybe that's all we need. Maybe we got our money right. Maybe we got our body right. Maybe we got our minds right. Maybe we're spiritually sound like we're supposed to be, and we just need to get women. Let me tell you something, fool. If you got your mind right, you got your money right, you got your body right, and you got the spiritual foundation you need, you don't need no help getting women. You need help trying to keep women away from you. You need help managing your women, maybe, but you don't need no help getting them. If you need help getting women, it's because you ain't got yourself together. Because on the way to getting yourself together, the way women interact with you is going to change. And by the time you get yourself together, hey man, you're on another level when it comes to women. You're on a totally different level. And that's the reality of it, man. Walter Robinson, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Homie says she only appreciates what he has to work for. That's it. That's it, man. She only appreciates what she has to work for. That's it. Mufasa for sure. What's up, homie? I appreciate the $5 super chat. Homie said what women want and what women respect are two totally different things. Real talk, brother. Real talk. Coach Warren, what up, homie? So I say this to you, brothers, and this is the reality of it, man. You got to deal with women from a perspective of proper valuation of what she brings to the table. If she brings nothing to the table, then she can be nothing to you. How can you even give sex to a woman? How can you give your prized testosterone, the prized weapon, the tool of your manhood, your masculine tool of reckoning to a woman who has nothing to give you in return except her body? The body that was already been given to other men. If a woman brings virginity to you, brother, she ain't got to have nothing else but that. That is the one woman who has to bring nothing else. Man, she ain't got to be getting no money. She ain't got to be doing nothing. All she got to do is be a virgin. That's enough. That trumps every other thing that any other woman could bring. But when the last time you met one of those? Hey, that's a hell of a statement right there, Rob. Wow. This ain't got nothing to do with the topic I'm on right now, particularly. But listen to this, man. She only sounds smart by repeating what we tell them to other people. Man, you know what? Let me write that down. That's a whole nother topic right there, bro. That's it. She only seems smart by repeating what you tell her. Man, listen, I have heard a woman do that, brother. I have heard a woman do that and get major props from repeating exactly what I said. And niggas is so lost that they don't even understand that level of understanding and comprehension can't even come from a woman. Niggas is so quick to just let lust take over their mindset. If you're living in lust, you're not living in logic. You can't live in lust and logic at the same time. You can't live in love and logic at the same time. You understand? Hell, you can't even live in like and logic at the same time. You can't live in emotion and logic at the same time. So once you get into lust, and lust is an emotion, brothers, lust leads oftentimes to love for men. Lust and love are closely related for men, brothers. I'm not saying you're gonna fall in love head over heels, but lust and love are closely related. Both of them cause you to have emotional attachment to a woman, man, that you can't really get over very easily. So when you find men, that's why men who live by lust have to have so many women. Because when you live by lust, lust always governs you. And if you don't have multiple partners, a bunch of partners, you're gonna end up spending too much time with that one woman, giving too much of your masculine energy to her and taking in too much of her feminine energy. Before you know it, man, y'all gonna be spiritual mates, for better or for worse. And that's the reality of it, man. Hey, man, let me say something to y'all right now, too, man. I'm not perfect, man. I don't profess to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? I really don't profess to be perfect. And I know I've dibbled dabbled around with this man for several times. And as you can see, man, you know, I'm gonna be pretty consistent with this time, man. But The alpha sphere is just not a space for me to empower any female. You understand what I'm saying? So for the times that I have had a female moderator in here, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to let you men know that I accept the fact, man, that that was flawed on my part. You know what I'm saying? That was flawed on my part. That wasn't alpha of me at all. It wasn't masculine of me at all. You know, it simply it wasn't sensible. You know, it was a very illogical decision on my part, man. And you know, I just know that's what it was, man. It was an illogical decision on my part. And you know, hey, I can own up to that, man. But this is the alpha sphere. Hey, man, you know, even I, you see, even I have issues. Even I have things that I do that aren't the right thing to do. See what I'm saying? And this is that one thing, man, that I've done here that I need to let y'all know, man, that you know what I'm saying? That shit was beneath me. It was beneath the alpha sphere. It was something that should never take place here. And it won't take place here again. I don't give a damn what the circumstances, consequences are. It won't take place here again, brothers. And you have my word on that. If it takes place here again, man, feel free to unsubscribe. You understand? Now, if there's a woman acting like it's a man profile now, but then it's still gonna have to be somebody, man, that I've chopped it up with and know, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line, brothers. It was, you know, it wasn't the right thing, brother. So, all right, let's get back into this thing, man. I don't know where that came from, brother. It just came. You know what I'm saying? Cause we sit here talking to, you know, we just, I guess it's part of the topic. I don't know. I can't figure out how it's a part of the topic, but you know, that's what it is, man. So another thing is this, man. Oh boy. Oh, Mr. Beta Male Mangina, I know you lurking somewhere, boy. You ain't gonna like this one. Let me tell you something that she doesn't appreciate. Stepdad, man. She don't appreciate the stepdad, brother. She never will. The stepdad is a means to an end. See, it's a hard, let me tell you something. A woman with multiple kids, man, by multiple men is a hard job. It's a hard job, man. Especially if they got a age gap between them. It's a hard job, brothers. Real hard job. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It's the job that she signed up for. She put in an application for it and, you know, did the 90-day probationary period and all that, man. She wanted the job. But it's a tough job nonetheless. So stepdad is just a means to an end. It's a woman's way of capitalizing on a situation where a man wants to be a footstool, where a man wants to be a toolbox for a woman. He wants to be a tool for her. And not many women are going to turn that down, man, because it is just a way to ease her situation. You know what I'm saying? A woman with a woman with a few, a woman with multiple kids by multiple men, she needs help, brother. And she may not even need financial help, but she needs time help. She needs help with to manage time, to you know, man, bro, it's tough. It's tough raising a kid as a single parent. Whether you're a man or a woman, it's tough raising kids as a single parent, man. Especially if there are multiple children, man. That shit is tough because you got to make money. You got to make a certain amount of money. And then you got to have a certain amount of time to contribute the time to the things that they're into. You see what I'm saying? So the stepdad comes along and he is simply, he's a stopgap, so to speak. There is a gap between, there's a time frame of raising children where it is really rough, and then you know when they're really small is not really rough because people don't mind helping with a baby or a small toddler or something like that. Then they get to that school age. That's a rough period until they get to that age where they can start being self-sufficient. When they get to the point where their mom can stay in the bed while they get ready for school in the morning, oh hell, man, listen, they there. You know what I'm saying? But even at that point, it's gonna come a time where they got that little spell between when they're in, you know, like kindergarten through maybe fifth grade, where there's nothing but school. Take them to school, pick them up. Take them to school, pick them up. Bam. Now with all these little league sports, and then you get to high school sports, then you get to all that, man. Now it gets tough again. And that's why you can look at a situation where there'll be multiple stepdads who come through a situation. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, there's not just going to be one step get dad guy who steps in like Shaq's stepdad did. You know what I'm saying? And listen, this is the thing. I'm not saying the children won't ever appreciate it because Shaq obviously appreciates his stepdad. Now, Zion Williamson, maybe not. But Shaq, he appreciates his stepdad, man. He's one of the few I've heard openly say it, especially with athletes. They never say anything like that. But the mother will never appreciate that, ever. See, women, listen, one of Janet Jackson's most popular songs is What Have You Done For Me Lately? And when men hear that song, they don't understand what that song means. That song is actually saying, I don't care what you did before. That doesn't matter. What have you done for me lately? And women still say it from time to time. Not as much as they did, but they say it from time to time because that's the way her mind is. A woman would never appreciate what you did for her 5 years ago, even if that shit saved her life. She'll figure out a way to say she's paid you back for that. She doesn't appreciate any sacrifices that you make for her. She appreciates what is being made, but she doesn't appreciate the sacrifices. She appreciates what the sacrifice provide for her. So if you make a sacrifice that gives her more time to pursue her career, then she doesn't appreciate the fact that you made the sacrifice. She appreciates having more time for her career. So without her thinking about your sacrifice, it just registers with her that she's grinding. She forgets about the sacrifices you made. She just recognizes she's got more time. So she throws herself into her career. And there you are, unappreciated. See, these are things that take place in this world, man, that nobody wants to talk about, even though we know they exist. And there are men who are in these situations right now, facing this situation, dealing with a woman they just met. They really like her. They think she really likes him, and he's about to head into a situation where he's about to be a stepdad because he thinks the woman is gonna appreciate it. But she won't, brothers. She never will. And that's just the reality of it, man. She just won't appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There's a lot of men out here that are in those situations right now. There are men who are married into those situations. There are men that are, that are engaged in those situations. There are men who are cohabitating in those situations. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the brother that gonna sit here and tag you down and call you stupid or call you none of that. Because hey man, love is a serious thing for men, brothers. And if you love a woman, you'll do some strange things. Love will make a man do strange things. I'm talking about love will make a man do some strange things, brothers. And that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we have to understand. So when I say 10 things women really appreciate, they appreciate what they work for, they appreciate what they earn. It's two different things. What they work for is actually what they put in work for. You understand? What they actually get out there and grind for. They appreciate that. And then what they earn just by what they contribute to something. If they contribute a great idea to something, they just want to earn the accolades that come with that. Just want to earn that. Earning something, you don't necessarily have to work for something to earn it. You can earn something just with your presence if your presence is valuable to whoever you're present with. They appreciate what makes them feel good. They appreciate what makes them look good. And I don't mean look good physically, like wearing makeup. I mean look good to people. What gives the people a positive outlook on them? What shines the brightest light on them, the most positive light on them? They appreciate you accepting their flaws and not trying to change them. They don't appreciate you making sacrifices for them. They don't appreciate you putting your neck out on the line for them. They don't appreciate you going out of your way to provide protection or financial um, a financial foundation for them, financial security rather. They don't appreciate none of that, brothers. They simply don't appreciate anything that didn't require their blood, sweat, and tears. But at the very least, their time. If it didn't require a sacrifice of something they value, they don't appreciate it. And what do they have to sacrifice for you to be a stepdad? They get all benefits from that. What do they have to sacrifice for you accepting their flaws and then still putting them in a position that they don't deserve to be in? They get all benefits from that. What do they have to sacrifice from you going out of your way to make sure that the woman can brag and tell people that you give her pleasure? You give her pleasure. He made me come 5 times. I'm going to be honest with you, brother. That's the reality of it. I would be embarrassed as hell if a woman said I made her come 5 times. That shit would embarrass nigga. I would lie. I would lie and say she lying. While these cats around here thinking that's positive, I would be telling the world she is lying on me. I'm thinking about filing a defamation of character lawsuit against her. Talking about I made her come 5 times. I don't know about knowing that shit about me, that I done put in that much work on a woman's body to make her come 5 times. Hell, I look like. What kind of beta male simp mangina activity is that? Well, I know some beta male simp mangina gonna listen to this playback, man, and say, well, Dr. BOA, that's why I'll take your woman from you. You say you don't please her. You don't want her to get off 5 times. That means you care about her pleasure. I don't know what's wrong with you, Dr. BOA. I don't know. So I'm not ever listening to you again. Fine, nigga, don't come back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna block you so you can't come back. Man, let me tell you something. It ain't about making a woman feel good with your touch. It ain't about making a woman feel good with your words. It ain't about making a woman feel good with your efforts. It's about making a woman feel overwhelmed with your energy. If a woman is overwhelmed with your energy, any touch gonna get her body right. Any words gonna marinate in her mind and motivate her to do something divine. Anything you do in her life is gonna be amazing to her. Because she's overwhelmed by your energy and therefore effectively a slave to your world, a slave to your desires. These boys don't understand this. See, you can't cross up alpha with average man shit. It's not alpha to make a woman come 5 times. That means you are working on her to make sure she gets off 5 times. That shit is not alpha. You know what's more? You know what's alpha? For a woman to come 3 times while she's doing everything in her power to get you off 2 times. There go your 5 nuts right there. 2 for you, 3 for her. And the whole time it's because she's putting in work to get you off. She's using every inch of her body to get you to those 2. You understand? Man, let me tell you something. This was a while back, man. You know what I'm saying? This was a while back. And man, listen, bro. I done hit a chick with the whiskey wood. You know what the whiskey wood is, man. This was back in the day, man, when I was drinking hen and all that, man. Let me tell you something. I done hit the one with the whiskey wood. If you don't know what the whiskey wood is, man, bro. Man, you talking about, man, breaking a back? I'm talking about, man, the whiskey wood is that it's almost like, man, you ain't gonna never bust another no more in your life. That's what the whiskey wood is. You know what I'm saying? You get that hand in your man, and I'm telling you, man, you're gonna straight break a back. And man, I broke a back, man, and I finally caught one, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I had too much. I think that was my last time drinking it. That was my last time drinking liquor like that, man. That was my last time drinking hen and shit like that, man. So, man, I literally, man, it didn't take me long, man. Like I was toe down, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't never been like that again in my life, bro. I would never be like that again, no matter what. And man, I noticed, man, I woke up and I thought a lot of time had passed, man. Probably like 15 minutes had passed, man. And I noticed I woke up, man, to some head, right? And literally, bro, I was still about out of it, man, for like 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to fully wake up because I was going in and out, man. Every time I wake up, man, she was still down there giving me brain, man. And I mean, the entire time, man, I was just semi-erect, man, for like 10 minutes. And she was still going to work, man, still going to work, still going to work. I would pop my eyes over every now and then, man. And then suddenly, man, bam, I woke up. Now, by the time I woke up, man, she was giving me brain for 10 more minutes. And probably about 2 minutes after I woke up, man, bam, I was at full salute. And from there, man, she just went to town, brother. I'm talking about went to town, period. Like she wasn't gonna stop. She wasn't gonna stop until she got me to pop. And she wasn't gonna do it with her jaws, man. So, you know, she put the Trojan on the stallion, man, and she got to work, bro. And she worked for it. She worked for it. And the whole time she working for it, I knew I wasn't gonna bust. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what she did, as long as she was up there, I just wasn't gonna bust. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still feeling the effects of that hen, and I had already got the one that I was gonna get. It wasn't no more coming. She could stay. Man, listen, bro, she could do every trick she know for 3 hours. That there wasn't no more coming. But I just watched her. I really observed her, man, and I just saw how much fun she had, you know, trying to get me to that second one, man. And at that point, I realized that that's how it's supposed to be. A woman's supposed to enjoy the process of getting you off. A woman don't enjoy the process of you getting her off. That's why you have to work so hard when your goal is to get her off. You understand? If her goal is to get you off and getting you off gets her off, hey man, you're on a different level. And I say that all begins with you not approaching a woman who doesn't give you attraction confirmation. When she gives you attraction confirmation, you already know that she is sexually interested in you. You cut a whole bunch of steps out of this whole dating shit. And you get right to this point with a woman doing everything in her power to get you the second nut. And you ain't gonna get it. So she just keep going till she can't go no more, man. Listen, bro, she kept going, man, until I just beat her dry, man. She couldn't go no more. It was a wrap. Like she literally couldn't go no more, man. She would walk out that boy like a cowboy. She just couldn't go no more, man. And I use that as an example, man, to say, I don't even understand the logic in focusing on a woman's pleasure. I feel like this. If every sexual situation you have with every woman don't start off with her giving you brain, it don't even matter if you just want to go straight to it. If you want to go straight to it, you should have to stop her from giving you brain. I mean, you know, you should have to stop her. You know, hopefully you ain't just gonna say, no, I don't want any brain. I just want to get right to it. Hopefully you'll go ahead and let her drop some foreplay in your lap. See, when I hear cats talk about women love foreplay or, you know, how you supposed to do a woman and all that, I never hear them cats talk about how a woman's supposed to do you because they don't think about that. They ain't on that level where women want to serve them. My outlook on sexually engaging with women is different from theirs because my outlook ain't what can I do to please this woman. My outlook is, hey man, I'm gonna see how hard this woman gonna go, man, to bring me to the greatest ecstasy I've ever felt in my life. That's my experience. And what I'm saying is, if you change your mindset on how you view women as in relation to how you view yourself, then that's gonna be your experience. You're gonna go from being a man who has to figure out all the time how to please woman, how to please woman, how to please woman, to being a man who one wants to figure out how can I please him? How can I please him? Now I know somebody's gonna say, well, man, how does that mindset even develop? Like, how does a woman develop that mindset? It's because you have to understand the value that you bring to the table, and you have to treat yourself like you have that value. You can't be chasing no sex. That means she got the value. Whoever is chasing the shit that's valuable. You can't chase a woman, brother. Once you chase her or even pursue her, they're like you use the term pursue. Even if you pursue her, a fucking cheetah does not pursue a gazelle until it's hungry. If it just ate a gazelle today, it ain't finna chase another one tonight. See what I'm saying? Everything only chases or pursues what it values. And whoever is in pursuit has no value. And the one who is being pursued has the value, and they know they have the value. And that's the bottom line. How foolish is it to think if you build yourself up, get all your shit together, you still got to go chase a woman? You don't. You don't. You become the type of man that she wants. And guess what? When a woman sees a man she wants, she's at least gonna let him know that she likes him. She may not walk up to you and say, "Hey, I want to drop this thing on you," but she gonna let you know that she's attracted to you. And all you got to do is see it and know what you're looking at. And that's the bottom line, man. Grown man business. What up, brother? Appreciate you being in the joint, man. I don't say that's me on a blue dolphin. Yeah, no doubt, bro. So another thing, man, that a woman don't appreciate, man, men think they do, is when you save her. Man, a woman don't appreciate when you save her. A woman don't appreciate when she going through a thing when you meet her, man, and then you sitting there, man, and you gonna put her up at your crib, or let her drive one of your whips, and you just met her, or you gonna pick her and her child up and take her to work and drop her child off at daycare, or do whatever, or man, she don't appreciate that. When women are in dire straits, they don't appreciate nothing from nobody, man, especially not from you, no dude that they just met. They don't appreciate your sacrifices, man. They don't appreciate you saving them. Why you think Pat said, man, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She don't want to be saved, homie. She want to be helped. She wants somebody to bend over backwards for her. She wants somebody to sacrifice. And we already said she don't appreciate your sacrifices. She appreciates the results of your sacrifices. See, women are results driven. They only care about the result of something. That's why all these diet fads are geared toward them. Because if you can guarantee them a result, they'll spend any amount of money on anything. Most gastric bypass surgeries are given to women, are performed on women. You understand what I'm saying? Most of these herbal teas and dietary supplements are sold to women. You understand? Women are the ones who have tummy tucks. Women are the ones who have liposuction. Women are the ones who have fat sucked out of the back of the neck and the back of the arm and all that, man. It's them who do that. There are some men who do it, but the majority of these procedures take. Women are the ones who wear waist trainers. You understand? You got to understand, brothers, that they don't care about the process. They just care about the result. And that's why they are always the one who try to do something the quick way. That's why you're more likely to see an overweight woman with a whole bunch of extra skin left over than you ought to see an overweight man with a whole bunch of extra skin left over. Because once a man sets into the process, we like the process. A man will just get on the process and keep going at the process until he gets to the result. A woman wants to get to the result quick. And that's the reality of it. Fad diets are things that women capitalize on. The people who create fad diets, man, they capitalize on women's energy to do, to result. And a lot of times the result is just a feeling for them. You know what I'm saying? The homie Derrick Jackson, the result he gives them is a feeling. It don't matter to them about his own personal situation, about his own personal arrangement, or who he's intimately involved with, or who he prefers to be intimately involved with. They don't care nothing about that. They just care about the result. The result is the validation that they don't appreciate, but the brother has figured out a way to make them pay for it. So I salute that brother, man, to be honest with you. He has figured out a way to make them pay for his validation, brother. And that's something that men out here in the real world can't do with the women that they got in their life. Validate them for free. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, he pimped the game, man. He pimped the game. Let me see what I got in here, man. Jay Aries, man, appreciate the $5 super chat. Home said, brother, you preaching the truth tonight. No doubt, brother. I appreciate it. Alpha General, appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Home says, grown man bars is something beta got to deal with. Hey, man, they got to deal with it, bro. They got to deal with it. Well, I say, yeah, yeah. Hey, that's what it is. That's how it is. Wow, man. They end up loving your dirty draws, man. I like the homie said, man. I'm not finna beat my back up, man. To just tap my body up, man. Beat my body up, man. 'Cause I'm sure not finna put my mouth down on no woman, man. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me be honest with you. I don't knock anybody who does that, man. Especially, well, only if you got a woman that's been on your team for years. I'm talking about you got a woman that's put in that work to the point where she's put in so much work that she starts to look delicious to you. And I know this sounds crazy to you, but a woman can put in so much work on your behalf, man. So much work on your behalf. That's why you'll see T.I. kiss Tiny in the mouth, man. She's put in so much work that she's delicious to him. You know what I'm saying? And I know the average man ain't gonna understand that, and the beta male Simp Mangina show ain't gonna understand that. But a woman can put in so much work in your life, man, and have such a positive effect on everything you're doing, and really go hard, man, balls to the wall for everything that you put in front of her, man. And before you know it, man, that woman she starts to look delicious. You know what I'm saying? Kissing her starts to taste good. You know what I'm saying? Her aroma starts to taste appetizing. She starts to smell like food. And hey, man, if a woman's been around you that long to put in that type of work, man, I don't even knock you, man, if you put your mouth on her, brother. I don't God, that shit. For me, that is a woman who has pretty much earned anything you give her. Now, she hadn't earned anything she wants, but she's earned anything you give her. And if that's the gift, if that's the thing you want to give her, fine. But that's the only scenario that works out, man. I can't see no other way. And me myself, I have had that type of long-term investment. Like that investment is years, homie, years, couple decades. Shit, that's years right there, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, anyway, man, I appreciate everybody coming up in the joint, man. I'm gonna answer a couple of questions, man. Y'all shoot some questions up in the joint, man. Let me ask a couple of questions before I get out of here, man. Eventually, man, I got a new call-in show format, man, that I'm gonna try over the next week or so, man. And we'll see how that works out, man. I got a new call-in show, man. I'm actually priming the title now, man. I'm testing the title out on y'all now, man, on a few uploads. But you'll know what it is, man, once I put the first episode on. So let's get a couple questions in, man. We ain't gonna do too many, man. It's almost midnight, man. We've been on this boy for a minute, so I'll probably do about 5 questions, man. Nah, man, it's not a recap format, man. I don't have a like a list of things, man. So it's not really something I can recap like that. I just came in and went at it. I no doubt, Andre Phillips. I appreciate that, brother. I'm gonna say watch from Barbados. Speaking the truth tonight, bro. YouTube not allowing the super chat, so he sent it through PayPal. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and look at it right now, man. Yeah, this is one of those shows, man, where I ain't just run down the list on this one, D Martin. The boy tripping. All right, there it is. Hey, no doubt, brother. I see it, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. I mean the PayPal donation, man. Appreciate it. Is it possible to love 2 women at the same time? Jamil Stone. Man, it's possible to love 3 women at the same time. Yeah, for sure. It's very possible to do that. Very possible. I mean, if you see a pimp with a stable of 10 women, he love them all, man. You know, I mean, it ain't that sucker kind of love where he all head over heels in love with them, but he love them all. But he love them because of what they do. He love what they bring to the table. And that's the thing. That's the thing I try to get men to understand about applying the ism. You can't apply every aspect of pimping to the square world. Some of those things just don't apply because the women are just too different. But there are some commonalities that all women have, no matter what walk of life they're from. And those are the things that I try to transition over to the square world. And one of those things is you appreciate and love women for what they bring to the table. You give them the position that they earn. You give them the love that they earn. You give them the accolades that they earn. You give them the gifts that they earn. You never give her something that she doesn't earn. It's a simple process. There's nothing simpler than not giving her something she doesn't earn. That shit is simple. It's like running a company. You're not gonna give somebody some hours they ain't working. If a nigga work 20 hours, you're gonna pay him for 40? No. It's the same principle. Primal Fitness, man. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Edgar 36, I appreciate the super chat as well, man. Homie say thanks for the game. Hey, thanks for the super chat, brother. Yeah, you gotta ask it again, sir. You gotta ask it again, man. Oh, the chicks that put in work, do you ever allow them to move in with you? Hell no. Nah, hell no. Not in the square world. You know what I'm saying? In the life, yeah. Wherever I go, they go. You know, in the life, yeah. It's a different thing. In the square world, nah. I mean, you could. I mean, I'm not saying you asked me a question about me. I'm assuming that was about me. Nah, nah. But in the real world, I mean, I mean, you could. I mean, because the thing is, you keep everything open, so it ain't like you got one woman thinking it's just you and her, and then she move in with you, and then you got other women out there that she don't know about, so you dipping around and traipsing around. Nah, man, you got to keep it 100. And this is the thing that happens when you keep it 100 about your life. The only women who are going to gravitate to you, the only women who are going to be in your life, are the women who accept your life. See what I'm saying? If you lying about it and acting like it ain't what it is, yeah, you're gonna get a woman in your life that you got to duck and dodge from, man, because you done let her get too close, let her get too involved, and you're not who you said you were. Just be who the fuck you say you are. And then live your life. And if a woman wanna be with you, she gotta accept the way you live your life. And that's just the reality of it, man. You gotta she has to accept the way that you live your life, man. The thing your boss said, what does it mean when a woman compares you to her ex-boyfriend's negative behavior? Man, she's just trying to get a rise out of you, man. She's just trying to get a rise out of you. You know what I'm saying? If she compare you to that man, then you check out the, instead of you either ignore it. I don't never ignore nothing the woman says though, man. When she trying to get a rise out of me, I don't ignore it. I just shut it down so she can stop saying it. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, if she's comparing you like unfavorably to her negative behavior, if she's saying that, it depends on if she's comparing you negatively or positively. If she's saying that, well, my ex-boyfriend used to do this, but now you don't do this. First of all, never let a woman talk to you about her ex-boyfriend. Anytime she talk to you about her ex-boyfriend, you tell her, call the nigga, let me talk to him. See, if you're gonna talk about him, call him and let me talk to him. If you're gonna tell me about that man negative behavior, call me and let me talk to him because I want to ask him about it. I want to find out why he felt the need to treat you that way. What was it about you? Don't talk about that man if you ain't gonna let me get his side of the story. That's how you nip that shit in the bud. But if she's comparing you favorably, she's trying to make you feel like you're better than him. And that could mean one of two things. That could mean that he was actually such a terrible guy that you're that much better than him, which that could be possible. But more than likely, it means that she's trying to throw you off her trail, that she's still dealing with that nigga in some kind of way. Why would she be bringing him up, comparing him to you? You understand? Like I stated, either he's such a terrible guy that you're such an upgrade from him that she just can't believe she ever dealt with that. But even in that situation, tell her to call her girlfriend and talk to her about it. Call her mama or a sister. But more than likely, she's probably just trying to throw you off her trail so you can always see her talking negative about it. It's kind of like the same way if you watch a TV and a woman say, "Shit, I don't like all the muscles." She sees somebody lean on TV and she be like, "I don't like all the muscles. That I need a little meat on the bones. I don't like all that muscle. I need somebody with some meat on the bone." Now she's just trying to make you feel good about being chubby while she's sitting there lusting over the man that's on TV. She really wish you were like that. But since you're not and you her man, she got to make you feel good about yourself so you won't think that she's over there lusting after this man because he got a better body than you. It's the same principle. And never give her the benefit of the doubt, assume that she's so good that she wouldn't be the one that's doing that. The Lord, the King, what up, homie? Wall said, what does it mean when she try to cry on you? I ignore it myself. Oh yeah, man, I ignore that all the time. She's trying to play on your emotions. That all you can do is ignore that. I leave, man. I walk off, hang up. I do all kind of shit. I do all kind of things, man. When the bills come, I don't hear that. Because this is the thing. I ain't did nothing to her to make her cry. So I don't care about no tears that I didn't cause. Now, if I did something really cruel to a woman that she didn't deserve, then yeah, man, I'm a man. I'm a human. I'm a man. And if I do something wrong, I'm going to own up to that. So if I was just really cruel to a man and did something foul to a man, just did some shit intentionally, man, just to make her feel bad for no reason, and she didn't deserve it, man, she been doing everything she's supposed to do. Now, this is hypothetical because she's doing everything she's supposed to do. I would never do that to her. But this is hypothetically. If I'm the reason for what she going through, man, and it was undeserving, yeah, man, I'm going to own up to it. I'm a comforter, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let her come get wrapped up in my guns, man, where it's nice and warm, man, and let her know everything gonna be all right. The world is good now, baby. You in my arms, so you can be cool. You know what I'm saying? Everything you safe now. You know what I'm saying? Just exhale. But if she's just crying because some shit ain't go her way or something like that, or like even if for real, even if that was like a death in her family or something, man, she gotta go to her family to get that. That ain't my job. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one she cry on to get sympathy from and all that shit, man. Because her family understands that they're all family together. They all lost their loved one together. Go rely on them. Y'all go mourn together. You know, I see you when you get back or some shit like that. But yeah, I ignore that, bro. King Shooter say, why do alphas hate betas so much? They really don't, man. They really admire alphas. Why do betas hate alphas so much? They really don't, man. They admire alphas. They just know alphas don't fuck with them. So it's kind of like this. If I admire you, but you don't really deal with me, then I can't just be right here talking about, oh man, why don't he like me, man? I admire him so much, man. They always talking bad about me, but I wish, I mean, he's my idol. No, they ain't gonna say that, man. Isn't a man's nature to give you the energy you give him. So if we always talk about beta male, simp manginas, of course they're gonna act like they hate us, but they don't, man. They envy us. They envy the position we in. They envy the outlook we have on this shit, man. They envy it. I mean, yes, sir, I ain't gonna get into the list of privileges that the chicks get, man. I mean, it varies. You know, ain't no list of privileges. It just depends on the woman. It depends on, you know, what she brings to the table. It depends on knowing what that woman likes. You got to understand this: the privileges that a woman gets, a privilege that works for one woman might not work for the next woman. So there's no set list of things. I think that's the problem, man. We have to understand that when you deal with women, it's about energy. It's not about a certain list of shit that you could do that works with women. There are no things that work with women. Each woman is an individual. You know what I'm saying? And so there are certain principles and precepts of how you as a man should deal with women. I can't tell you well, this way works with women. This way doesn't work. I can't tell you none of that because the way that don't work with this woman will work perfectly with that woman. I talk about how you as a man have to be when you deal with women. There are certain principles and precepts that you as a man have to establish within yourself and how you interact with not only women, but men and everything else in the world. But what works with women, man, there's a million things that work with women. It depends who the woman was. What'll work with a fat woman won't work with a skinny woman. What'll work with a white woman might not work with a black woman, and damn sure won't work with an Asian woman. You get a woman from the islands, different shit work with her than you get a woman from Africa. You know what I'm saying? It just, that all comes down to the individual and what a woman likes. Let's say if you got a woman that don't like to eat out, you can't wine and dine her as a reward for her actions because she don't like to go out. What you could do with her is have some shit prepared so y'all can cook a great meal together. Y'all in the kitchen, y'all got Bob Marley playing or Peter Tosh in there, man. You might just blow some trees and then you in there, man, and y'all in there chilling in the kitchen together, preparing this amazing meal together, just the two of y'all on a beautiful day. Y'all feeling good, looking good, living good, doing some interesting shit together that creates a memory. You know what I'm saying? All you really do, man, you give a woman opportunity to create memories with you when she earns it. I don't allow women that haven't earned it to create no fucking memories with me, because every time with me, it's going to be momentous in a woman's life. Oh, no woman is ever going to forget the time she spends with me, because it's going to be monumental. It's going to be some of the livest shit she's ever done, no matter what we're doing, because I know my energy is going to make it different from anything she's ever done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but there's so many things that work, man. You can't pigeonhole it into just a couple of things that shit. I would really have to sit down and think about all the women, man, and remember what things I did and all that, man. That's shit. And think about it, what does it mean? Okay, we already answered that one. All right. Jamel Stone, man, appreciate it, bro. Book it down, Bronx, the home in front of BX, man, no doubt. NYC be repping me hard in here, bro. Real talk. Jose Navarro, man, appreciate the super chats, homie. Yeah, that same language be killing dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't even playing around with that, man. We got 226 watching, homies. Man, let's get the likes up to 200 on this thing, man. That'll be kosher. That'll be copacetic right there, man. Max A said, hey, Dr. BOA, boxing or weightlifting? What if you ain't feeling the potential of brain damage? I don't know, man. I don't even get that, bro. You got to reword that, man. Boxing or weightlifting? You, but they're so different. I don't even understand the comparison, bro. Rephrase your question, man. No doubt, sir. Mufasa for sure. Appreciate the $3 super chat. Homie said, "Clan, she's submissive. How can I tell if it's legit?" The thing is, man, you got to understand what submission is. Being obedient isn't submission. Any woman can obey. All a woman has to do is accept the fact you know more than she knows to obey. Submission is period. How your way or no way. That's how you gauge submission, like real submission versus fake submission. Real submission is your way or no way. Period. There's only one way to submit for a woman. It's either your way or no way. That's it. If you get any pushback, any backflash, any fucking confrontation, any adversarial activity, any adversarial engagement, in any of that, she's not submissive. See, and another thing I'm gonna tell you about submission, and this shit right here should be sold, not told, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit should really be sold, not told. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all, man, because I got so much game, it ain't gonna kill me to give this one to you. What you gotta understand about submission is this: you have to determine what submission means. Because if not, a woman will set her own list of shit and convince you that that means she's submitting. So it's kind of like if let's use positive energy for an example. If you tell a woman that she needs to bring you positive energy, you know what that means. But she'll do some shit like hit you up every morning and say, "Good morning, God bless you," or "May God bless you to have a wonderful day," blah, blah, blah. That shit ain't positive energy because it ain't on your list of what positive energy is. She just made that up. And she'll tell you, "Why I bring you positive energy. I call you every morning and say," that ain't no positive energy to me. You got to determine how she must behave to define these things. You create the definitions of these activities, and she got to live up to them. She can't create her own understanding. She can't create the things that you should respect. She can create the things that you should appreciate. She can't create the things that you should hold high in high regard, rather. She can't create that. You create that. She ain't got no paper. She ain't even got no pen and paper to create no list. You take the pen and paper from her and you create all the list. So submission means whatever you want it to mean. If she's supposed to shut up when you talk, that's submission. Because you say that what submission is. See, you can't allow a woman to define what she gives you. You define it and make her give it. And if she can't give it, move her ass on. It ain't a hard thing to do, man. And you just got to know it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know what to do. And once you know it, bro, don't deviate from it. Once you know what to do, man, stick to that script, brother. I'm telling you, you'll save yourself a lot of time and trouble if you stick to that script. Jose Navarro, man, appreciate the $5 super chat. Jose said, Dr. BOA, I was talking to a girl. I asked her how vacation was. She said nothing but negative things about it. She was clueless. It was all negative. Man, you know, like that type of thing right there, bro. That's how come, man. I don't do a whole lot of talking with women, bro. Just to be honest with you, I don't do a whole lot of talking with women. Like if she ain't on my team, man, I ain't really got much to say to her. Cause like that type of foolishness right there, man, I'm above that. I don't want to hear that type of foolishness in my everyday, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of foolishness right there, man, I be looking like, man, what the hell is she talking about? And you're just on vacation. Now you back at work and you complain about your vacation. You should be complaining about being back at work. I ain't never seen nobody say nothing but, hey, man, you ask a dude, man, hey, bro, how was that vacation, man? Bro, I'm telling you, man, I started to stay another week. That's all I ever heard a man say, bro. I'm telling you. I'm thinking, I was just talking to Ron Wheels, man, on IG, man, and he was out there, man, and he out there in San Diego. You know, that's one of my favorite spots. That might be my favorite spot in the U.S., man, to be honest with you. And man, he was showing that sunset, and I said, brother, let me tell you, that sunset is why I fell in love with the area. You know, and Ron was like, man, I'm thinking about relocating out here. I said, brother, me and you too. You see what I'm saying? Like the brother, he just got on vacation and he already dreading coming back. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that type of response from a dude where he talking about, well, it was terrible and I hated it and everything was so bad about it. Because that sunset out there is beautiful. Once you see that sunset, it's over. Your trip is made. If you can see that sunset every evening, and I don't know if Ron blow trees, boy, but I've been out there blowing trees like a motherfucker, man. That sunset ain't nothing better than blowing trees, man. Watching that sunset go down, bro. If you don't blow trees, eat your edible. So, B. Martin said, how can I get women to magnify right away what they bring to the table outside of sex? You got to let them talk, bro. That's what the whole conversation piece is about, man. You got to let them talk. A woman want to talk about herself. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stay in your masculine mindset, man, and let her talk. You ain't trying to have no conversation with her. You trying to listen to her talk about herself. That's the whole thing about conversing with a woman. You ain't trying to have a conversation with her. You're trying to get her to talk about herself. You ain't trying to say too much about yourself any more than it takes to keep her talking about herself. Walter Robinson, I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. You can learn listen, bro, you can learn everything about a woman you need to know in one conversation if you let her talk. But the thing is, you can't be trying to impress her. You got to stay out of the mindset of trying to impress her, trying to make her feel like you're worthy. And that's why I say, man, that's how come I don't just roll up on women that don't show me no attraction confirmation, because the approach is different. If a woman shows you she's interested in you and she likes you, which means she wants to have sex with you, then, you know, it's the interaction is different. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody knows this. No matter what a man's approach is, every man knows there's a woman knows within 5 minutes of meeting you if she wants to have sex with you or not. Well, guess what? If you just walk up to a woman who hadn't shown you an attraction confirmation, how do you figure that out? You understand? You got to be trying to wait for keys and cues and all that shit. And she could try to hold it back because she don't want to let you know that. But if a woman shows you attraction confirmation, which we formerly known as choosing signals, but if a woman shows you attraction confirmation, then guess what? You already know she wants you sexually. You get to bypass all that other shit. Walter Robinson, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Homer said, until you practice what BOA is preaching, y'all will never know. That's it, man. All you got to do is put it into practice. Like the brother Walter Robinson said, man, just put this shit into practice. That's all you got to do. Am I telling you the first time you do this, it's going to work? No, because it's different from anything you've ever done before. So your confidence level isn't going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it is going to be there. You got to get into the habit of not focusing on getting women. If you focus on getting women, then you're not going to be able to reap the benefits. And I did a video long ago, man, about the top benefits I get from women choosing that you don't get when you cold approach. That's just the reality of it. You don't get. It's kind of like there are some benefits I get from working for myself that you don't get when you work for someone else. But by the same token, there's some benefits you get from working for someone else that I don't get for working for myself. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't work, if when you work for someone else, you could take a week off work and your job still gonna get done some kind of way by somebody. When you get back, you ain't gonna have a week worth of work piled up waiting on you because the company got to get that work done. Me working for myself, if I take a week off, shit, I'm behind the whole. I got to try to get ahead for a week before I can take a week off. Because if not, I'm gonna be behind a week when I get back. Nobody want to come off vacation, man, being a week behind on work. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. So there are certain benefits, man. You know, you probably get company insurance, man, that may cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Not only for mine, but for my sons too. I got to pay out of pocket. So, you know, there are different things that take place. You know what I'm saying? Your income, your taxes are taken out of yours already. I had to pay mine quarterly, and then see what I need to do at the end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year when tax season comes around, man. So it's like there are benefits to both ways. It's just all about what you want. I prefer the benefits of only approaching women that show me attraction confirmation. So yeah, I approach women. I don't wait for women to choose. I approach women, but I only approach them when they show me attraction confirmation. So the difference is my approach is not cold. My approach is hot. Hot approach versus cold approach. That's all it is, man. And I prefer the hot approach. Walter Robinson, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Homie says it's easy to talk, but it's harder to walk. Man, no doubt, bro, it is. C Doug, what up, homie? Salute to my homie C Doug in the joint. That deal still, how do you confirm attraction? Shit, the woman gonna confirm the attraction by letting you know she's attracted to you. They call it choosing signals, man. But if you somewhere and the woman is giving you consistent eye contact, man, or she's looking at you, and every time you look up, she's looking at you, and then she smiles when she sees you looking. Hey, listen, man, a smile is a smile. A woman can be friendly. That's why you can't be all head over heels and be all goggly-eyed and goo-goo-eyed because a woman smile at you. You got to play the situation, man, like it ain't nothing to you because it really ain't nothing to you. You came in there without that broad, and if you leave without her, your life still going to be the same. Shit, if you leave with her, your life still going to be the same until she proved that she bringing some value to your life. You know what I'm saying? Just that woman, just having that woman's number, that woman having your card don't add no value to your life. You know what I'm saying? So there's so hey, that's real talk. See, that's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's real, bro. You know, you got to think about this, man. I'm glad you said that. See, you got to think about this, man. If you still don't know how to know if a woman likes you, then you got to go back to the beginning. Like you got to go back to the drawing board, cause that shit is one of the easiest things to tell, man. Like it's easy to tell. And I think you know how to tell. You just got to have the confidence to approach the woman when she lets you know she's attracted to you. So you know it, but you doubt it. Like, man, she looking at me like, and I tell you like this, anytime you got to say, man, she looking at me like she feeling me or whatever. And she is looking at you like she feeling you. You know what I'm saying? And you keep yourself from, approaching the woman, man, because you already talking yourself out of the confidence to approach her. And if you're going to approach her with a lack of confidence, you might well just leave it alone, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to approach her with lack of confidence, don't even waste it, bro. Because you ain't going to never get a woman, man. You ain't going to never be able to keep her interest or, follow up on that attraction confirmation, man. If you approach it, man, like you have scared or you ain't confident, like I tell you, man, when you approach a woman, especially if she's showing you attraction confirmation, now you could do this on a cold approach. I guess you can approach it like you own her, but then that can come off kind of obnoxious and kind of, you can come off like a pervert or kind of creepy or whatever. But if a woman shows you attraction confirmation, you can proudly and happily and confidently walk up to her like she yours already. And that's what I do. When a woman shows me attraction confirmation, I walk up to her and start talking to her like she mine. I start talking to her about the shit that we gonna do that weekend. I don't ask her, can she do this? I start talking to her about the shit we gonna do that weekend. You understand what I'm saying? And before she can say anything about it, I'm already telling her, I'm like, so, whatever you got on your schedule, shawty, you know what I'm saying? If that shit ain't something life altering, then you probably need to brush it to the side, because fucking with me, that's gonna be life altering. It's gonna be life altering to you, baby. It's gonna be something that changes your world. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have you having a totally different outlook on things, and and while you listening to me, fill your brain up with all the things that you never even dreamed of before. Then you get to feel my soft caress touching you all over your body, making you feel like a woman. So what I'm saying is, this is the difference between going to the state fair and going to Six Flags, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the state fair, you can come go meet Six Flags. It's on you. But here's my card, So, whatever you decide, just give me a call. We'll chop it up and, and try to pull the loose ends together a little bit later on. But I got somewhere to be right now, baby. So I'm gonna get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I bounce. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I let her know from the beginning that, you know what, Shawty, you made a wise choice. This might be the best decision you ever made in your life, to show me attraction confirmation, because your ass just hit the jackpot. And I tell women shit like this, I be like, Shawty, let me tell you something, baby. I don't know what you're doing in your life. I don't know what your spiritual connection with the Most High is, but I'm going to be honest with you. He must be awfully proud of what you're doing. And I would like to, hear your story, because obviously, if he put me right in your face right now, he is proud of you, because he is blessing you right now, baby. He's really giving you a blessing. So here's my card. Just hit me up, and we'll set up a time to get together so you can tell me about this amazing story of yours, because I know it has to be one. I tell women shit like that. You know why? What can happen? The only thing that can happen is she can say, well, no, I don't think so. But she ain't gonna say that, because she already showed me attraction confirmation. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no turn downs. I don't get no turn downs. And so cats be saying, you gotta just deal with rejection. Man, fuck that. We're talking about a woman. We're talking about somebody who was made for me. We're talking about somebody who was made to help me. We're talking about somebody who was made as an afterthought. The Most High thought about that way after he made me. He made me, then he made all the rest of the animals, then he made me. Then he said, wait a minute, I forgot something. What the hell did I forget? Hey, y'all, what did I forget? Okay, y'all right. Yeah, let me make the man somebody. Come on, bro. I'm supposed to get rejected by that? Come on. You niggas is crazy. I'm not getting rejected by that. I'm not even giving that an opportunity to reject me. I'm me. I'm the gift from God. Gifts don't get rejected, but keep getting rejected then, brothers. I'll be the gift all by myself. I'm cool with that. I ain't got a problem with it. It's a story say, why you decide to switch up the term from choosing signal to attraction confirmation? Because it's really not a choosing signal. Choosing signal is it's an old ass term, and it actually a term that's from the actual pimp game. Choosing is actually from the pimp game, and it just doesn't really apply to the square world because it's different. You know what I'm saying? There are rules. There are rules that govern the choosing in the game. You know what I'm saying? There are set rules that govern that shit. There are lines that a woman can't cross. It's different here. There ain't no rules governing how a woman can let you know she's attracted to you. So in the game, choosing is about something else. It's a financial proposition. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows it. The pimps know it. The hoes know it. Everyone knows it's a financial proposition. In the square world, it ain't a financial proposition. It's pretty much just a woman letting you know she's attracted to you. It's a woman confirming that she's attracted to you. So I changed the term because the definition is different. Choosing signals don't apply to the square world. It just doesn't apply. But I use that term because people are familiar with that term. So I say, you know what? Just because the term is familiar doesn't mean it's the best one. So attraction confirmation is much better. And then it keeps from giving people the argument, well, you sitting waiting on choosing signals. Who's waiting on choosing signals? Okay. Can you say I'm waiting on attraction confirmation? No, I ain't waiting on attraction confirmation. I'm just going by my life. And then I bump into a chick. I see a chick somewhere. Bam. I see a chick over there. Damn, she giving the boy attraction confirmations. There I go. See what I'm saying? You just got to understand, man, that all of it shit is really just wordplay. You know what I'm saying? And that's the definition of a man who's great with wordplay, man. I look at some shit and I say, you know what, there's a better term from that. So I create the motherfucker. And it actually applies better than the original term. So, and so that's kind of where I kind of get caught up in that sometime, man, with this whole thing of trying to transition and take the parts of the game that work in the square world and apply them to the square world. Sometimes I get caught up in actually trying to apply the game to the square world. And like my homie C Doug will tell you, you cannot truly apply the game to the square world, no more than you can teach the game to a lame. You cannot teach the game to a lame, not the game. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is taking the parts of the game that work in the square world and applying them to the square world and educating men on how to apply them to the square world. And so I think it's a better term for the square world, man, attraction confirmation. Reginald Horton, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Homie says, I know it's off topic, but what's the most simple way to get lean? I would say, man, the simplest way to get lean, man, is count your macros. Track macros, man, you get lean as shit. You can actually key in and determine how much weight you're gonna lose a week, man, if you track your macros. And it's the best way to hold on to the muscle as you get lean. That's the main thing about getting lean, man. The only difference between getting lean and losing weight is the muscle you hold on to. Man, anybody can drop their calories and lose weight. If your maintenance calories is 3,000, you drop your shit to 2,500 a day, man, your ass gonna lose weight. You can even drop it to 2,000 and lose a shitload of weight. But you ain't gonna look good when you get little. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look like a lighter version of yourself. So your body's still gonna look bad, you're gonna be smaller. So, you know, getting lean, man, is a process, because if you truly want to get lean, you need to be limiting your weight loss, man, to like, 2 pounds a week. You know what I'm saying? That's there are principles from bodybuilding that work tremendously, and getting lean is one of those. If you want to get lean, man, you got to get lean like a bodybuilder. You got to take that shit slow. So if you need to lose 50 pounds, it should take you 100 weeks to lose 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. It should take you 100 weeks to lose 50 pounds. Well, when you first start cutting, you're going to lose about 8 to 10 pounds of water weight that when you first start dieting. So, most people will anyway, because most people go hard before they start dieting anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's just what people do. I would suggest that if you're about to start dieting to get lean, don't go hard. Don't go hard and just go crazy with the carbs. Go ahead and start Xing those carbs out a little bit. Just drop your carbs. Just start tracking everything. Track everything for the first week and keep your carbs under, I say, 200 grams. Keep your carbs under 200 grams for that first week you're tracking before you start dieting. And you'll see how many carbs your ass was eating. I'm going to tell you, man, dieting to get lean is not hard. Starting off the diet to get lean, if your ass ain't never did it before, that's what's hard, because you never understand how many carbs you're actually getting until you start tracking them. And you'll be like, man, god damn, I be eating 400 grams of carbs every day. Because if you ain't eating clean, boy, you packing carbs on. You packing them shits on. Man, let me tell you something. You can get 12 grams of carbs from 12 grams of carbs from, is it 3 grams? No, from 12 grams of sugar. 4 grams of sugar has 4 grams of carbs. So you get, and if you put 12 grams of sugar in anything, just pour this shit in a bowl and put it on your scale. That shit is nothing. And we talking about sugar. Man, if you ain't eating something green, you finna get a shitload of carbs. It's got to be lettuce. It's got to be greens. It's got to be some kale. It's got to be some green beans. It's got to be some, not sweet peas. Sweet peas got a shitload of carbs. But other than that, bro, everything you eat finna give you a shitload of carbs. Except protein. So of course you ain't gonna get no carbs from chicken, nigga. I ain't talking about that. But I'm talking about any carb sources. Man, you'll pile on carbs so quick. And don't fuck around be a nigga that drinks soft drinks or eat a candy bar or some shit. Man, listen, bro, you eat a honey bun, man. I seen a honey bun, man. That boy had icing on it, man. That boy had about 760 calories. Some bit had like 74 grams of carbs in it. Man, some of my people cut on 75 grams of carbs. And you getting it off one piece of cake with sugar? Blood sugar spiking like shit, man. So, the easy way to do it is just track your macros, man. Figure out your caloric count. Probably get you a gram of protein per pound of body weight. But the thing about all that protein, you got to be working the fuck out. You got to work out, man. If you ain't working out, all that protein will do nothing but fuck your kidneys up. You understand? Your kidneys have to filter that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be taking in all that protein if you ain't going to work out, because when you work out, your body uses the protein. You know what I'm saying? Your muscles uptake the protein if you working out. And I'm talking about showing up working out, nigga. I ain't talking about on no treadmill or, doing no jump rope or shit like that. I'm talking about hitting the iron or doing some body weight. You got to do some resistance training, and you got to do some pretty high volume resistance training. So, man, it's not hard to do, bro. It's not hard to do, man, at all. All right. Oh, no doubt, Mo Brown, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Wall said who been pimping since, no doubt, been pimping since slavery, man. Massa always been break bread. Massa went from not having to break bread to having to break bread. Nah, bro, you ain't gonna really gain no size from boxing. Boxing is cardio, man. You get in that ring boxing, think you gonna gain some size, man. You gonna get lean like a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be fit, gain size, and combat skills at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that shit step by step, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be fit, get fit first. Don't worry about combat skills until you fit, because your combat skills is gonna be very effective if you ain't fit. You know what I'm saying? That's like an old dude that's sitting that's 60 years old, or even 50 years old, that's in horrible shape, trying to lock horns with a 25-year-old that's in great shape. In that 50-year-old man mind, he think he finna do something, but he don't know. His body don't respond to his mind like it used to. Even if you in the best shape, your body ain't gonna respond to your mind like it used to, but it'll be close if you in tip-top condition where you can actually get in there and throw hands with 25-year-old man. And if you catch him with some, he going down. But if you are in terrible shape and you 50 and you get out there, man, you gonna throw that punch that you used to throw and you think it's gonna land, that shit gonna take you off your feet. And then that little young dude gonna be on top of you, putting them thunder cookies on you. You know what I'm saying? I suggest any man in here, man, forget these brawls, forget money, forget all of that. The first thing you got to do, man, is take care of your own personal self. Money don't matter if you sick as shit. Women ain't gonna want you if you sick as shit. You gotta take care of your own personal self. And I'm telling you right now, the more belly fat you got on your belly, the sicker your ass is gonna be. It ain't a matter if you gonna get sick, it's a matter of when you gonna get sick. And depending on what age you are and you got that belly fat on you now, you already sick. It just ain't took you down through that yet. So I say, man, today, not tomorrow, not the next day, today, man. You know what I'm saying? In most places, well, in the US, is pretty much late everywhere, even on the West Coast, it's after 10 p.m. When you wake your ass up, man, start drinking you a half a gallon to a gallon of water every day. Matter, matter of fact, you know, I just got back on my shit, man. I showed y'all me doing a few little pull-ups and shit and all that. But man, we can all I'm close enough to the beginning where, you know, and I'm just going 2 pounds a week. I'm close enough to the beginning, man, where if you niggas start now, we can all grind out and get lean together at the same time. You understand? Man, start drinking you a half a gallon to a gallon of water every day. Cut back on them stupid ass carbs. Eat some greens in your life. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, I'm gonna feel some kind of way about not eating the carbs. No, because you can eat a shitload of greens. Broccoli kind of steep in carbs too. Not really. You can handle broccoli, but like Brussels sprouts, man, them are full of carbs. You can eat Brussels sprouts, man, and go over your carbs like a mug. But eat green shit. Right now, starting off, it don't even matter. Eat green shit as much as you want to. You know what I'm saying? They got to eat a tub of salad every day. I showed y'all that before. When I'm cutting, I eat a whole tub of salad every day. Every day, I go buy a tub of salad that costs $5, and every day I go through that whole tub of salad. It's got three-ounce servings in it, and I go through it every day. I eat those three-ounce servings of salad, and that's all my carbs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I put a little agave nectar in my coffee in the morning, man. Other than that, that's it. So I get those 16 grams of carbs from my agave nectar throughout the rest of the day, man. I ain't getting no carbs with that salad home. Period. All my micronutrients are in that salad. Everything I need. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, man, you ain't got time to waste. If you listen, man, if you 30, 35, 40, or even older than that, man, you got to get that belly fat off your shit, man. It's easy to say, okay, I'm gonna start tomorrow. But guess how many times you already said that? Nigga, you start tomorrow 15 times already this year. You halfway through the year. By the first of the year, you could be lean as shit. I don't care who you are, unless you like really huge obese, it may take you a whole year. But if you ain't really huge obese, man, you could be lean by the first of the year. So when people start in their regimen, you can already be lean. Nigga, you could be lean enough to splurge on the holidays and get right back on it and still be lean by the first of the year. What the fuck is we waiting on? If you're a black man, you crazy, man, if you got that belly fat hanging around your gut, man, and you getting older. You got to knock that shit out, man. You got to get lean, bro. I'm telling you, we gotta. I mean, man, listen, bro. We gotta take care of ourselves. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And this is a tough pill to swallow. But eventually, it's too late. Eventually, you get into, instead of trying to maintain your health, you get into trying to recover your health, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got hypertension, certain shit you can't even do. If you got high blood pressure, nigga, you can't do leg presses. You can't do weighted squats and shit like that. You can't handle the pressure on your legs. If you diabetic, a whole bunch of shit you can't do. So you can either use it now for preventive maintenance, or you could use it as medicine. Either way, it's gonna benefit you. But if you use it as medicine, the problem is some damage is already done. By the time you diabetic, some damage is already done. You know what I'm saying? By the time you hypertensive, some damage is already done. Stave that shit off, man. Save yourself, brothers. That's what the mission is. That's what the mission is, bro. I'm telling you, man. Let me tell you something. When you think about Moses' death, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all what it say right here, man, before we get on out of here. We're gonna look at Moses' death, man. I think he died right before Joshua. We're gonna look at Moses' death, man. Okay. Deuteronomy 34, chapter 5, 5 and 6. We're gonna go 5, 6, and 7. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye was not dim, nor was his natural force abated, which means that man died at 120 years old, and his eyes were still seeing 2020, and he was still as strong as he ever was. Now tell me, I bet Moses wasn't eating no pork. I bet he wasn't eating no seafood. I bet he wasn't dumping a whole bunch of sugar off in his gut. Probably damn sure wasn't drinking no liquor. Hey man, being healthy, man, being clean and lean is a tough life. Only if you prefer to live an unhealthy life. Once you wrap your mind around the concept that a healthy existence is the best one for you, brothers, hey man, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. It's possible to be 50, 60 years old, knocking down 25, 30 year olds. It's possible. Very possible. But only if you pay, lean, and healthy. That's it. You got to be paid, lean, and healthy at 60. But at 35, 40, shit, nigga, you can just be lean and paid. So, that's it, man. Yeah, that impacted colon, man. Decades of old food, man. Listen, bro, that water, man, it's going to help flush that colon out, man. But you got to stop eating that foul shit because it's going to hang on in your colon. So a lot of time, man, like people do a cleanse, man, and be losing, like, man, I seen somebody lose, I think 18 pounds of body fat, man. They lost 18 pounds, man, just doing a cleanse. They did a cleanse for like 30 days, man, like 18 pounds. But it was 18 pounds on the scale, but it looked like it was about 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, whole gut was gone. So it don't take long, man. You just got to understand this, man. We do too many things that negatively affect our digestive system. Yeah, our bodies can digest meat. Vegans will tell you it won't, but the Most High already told us what meats we can eat and be cool with it. Our bodies can digest those meats if we get them processed the way they were meant to be processed. But our bodies can't digest sugar. Sugar is a carcinogen. It's a known toxin. A known toxin. High fructose corn syrup is a known toxin. That shit runs havoc on your body, man. Blood sugar be all over the place, man. Then your body becomes insulin resistant. So, it's a tough place to be in, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. Eating all that sugar and shit, it don't take you long, man, to gain about 20 pounds. So, man, let's talk about our health, man. Let's think about our health. Let's think about our wealth. And since health is wealth, we got to think about our body as much as we think about our money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it, man. So, man, we're gonna get on out of here, man. Head on out of here, man. We've been in this boy, man, over 2 hours, man. Been in the boy about 2.5 hours, man. That's a little long for me to be on these joints. I know some cats come on here, man, to be on here for a minute, but 2.5 hours, man, long as hell for me, man. So yeah, that's it, man. Just follow the dietary laws, man. Look at them and follow them. So, man, appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. We about to go ahead and slide about this thing, man. I got some good pieces coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. Matter of fact, I got a couple of great pieces coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. On everything, man. YouTube, Patreon, on all tiers. So I appreciate everybody, man, that's still rocking with me on the Patreon tip, man. I appreciate everybody, man, that's watching the vids, man, liking the vids, man, commenting on the vids, man, sharing the vids, man, putting them in playlists. Appreciate everybody, man, that's been rocking with me, man, because, I'm just going to keep it authentic with what I do, man, and what I know. I'm going to do my thing over here, man, and only the real going to feel it. And we all know that the majority of niggas ain't real. And I'm going to slide on out of here, man. Avoid the haters, avoid the fakers, avoid the betas. And it's always alphas up, betas down. Homies. Peace.